right. Hello, hello, hello.
Hi,
Welcome to Free Play. Yet again, I'm Dylan.
I'm Jason. I'm not Chris.
Definitely not Chris.
No, Chris is different.
But we're here
I'm a different person.
on Puzzle Night, here to play some Magical Drop 3, one of my favorites.
I've heard you're really good at this game. I'm looking forward to watching you and then commenting on you while you can't hear me.
Well, I really enjoy this game. I think it's a very fun game.
My name is Jason Bunch.
And my name is Dylan Smith. Just to reiterate.
Just to reiterate,
Just,
I'm new to this, but I'm not new to video game commentary. I started at the GameWorks in Grapevine back in 1990 something, doing the Indy 500 game, and now I'm up here, Free Play Richardson, doing some Magical Drop 3 on Puzzle Night Thursday.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Everybody's favorite monthly. Mine at least.
JASONBUNCH.
Yeah, oh my gosh. The first time I got my hands on Magical Drop was a year ago. It was my first puzzle night I went to. I'll wait till he's done. I mean, you could put me down as the Dylan. That'd be cool.
Ooh,
I like
would
that.
be good.
you
Or
know?
Dylan.
Dylon.
Spit hot fire.
Hot fire.
Oh boy! All right, we're
About to spit some hot fire in this
going to
game,
go
I'll tell you
down
that much.
We're gonna go down a rabbit hole with that.
Oh boy, well we've been there, I'll
Boy,
tell you
howdy.
that much.
All right. Well, since this is my first night here, why don't you tell me how does this tournament work?
So we are doing double elimination. I believe it's going to be a single game each round. Of course, it's best 2 out of
Best
3
2 out of
within the
3.
game.
Right.
So
right.
you'll have a winner and a loser at the end of it. The loser goes into the loser's bracket where they have another chance to work their way up
Right.
through the tournament to eventually have a chance to win.
To win against the winner of the winner's bracket.
Precisely.
Okay.
Pretty straightforward. If you've never done one before, it'll make a lot more sense as we go on.
Excellent.
But it's great because it gives everybody a chance to play more than just once.
Right.
And
And you want to play.
exactly, because sometimes you get matched against somebody who's really bad, or you get matched against me, and then you get outright destroyed, and you're like, but I didn't play the game.
Yeah.
What do I
barely
do?
I didn't even use all 3 of the buttons.
Exactly.
I barely used 2, and now I'm out here. Now I'm out. What am I going to do but play the other 35 games?
Exactly.
Now that I'm out of the tournament.
So it gives everybody a pretty healthy chance to get their hands on the game and work their way through and figure out what they're doing.
Good, good. See, it's a Neo Geo game, and I have one strategy with playing Neo Geo games in a tournament setting, which is if I'm losing, I change it to Samurai Showdown.
Hey,
And
I
then-
will get down on
And
some
then
Samurai
lose
Showdown.
at that, and then lose at that. That's the rest of my strategy.
They have it in this cabinet, too.
Excellent.
Sam
I
Show
saw
too.
they've got 5 or 6 games.
Yeah.
I haven't played everything. I think the horse racing game is one of my favorite Neo
That
Geo
one is
games.
interesting. It's Stakes winner, isn't it? Stakes
I think
champion,
so.
something like that.
I think so.
That one's it's so hard.
It really, I was.
Oh my gosh.
Yeah, you think it's going to be like, okay, fine, just tap
Yeah,
tap,
right.
tap,
You
tap,
just
tap,
mash
tap.
it as fast as you can. You
Yeah.
should win against the CPU. No, they will whoop you every time.
Yeah. I sliced carrots very thin and tried to shove them in the quarter slot, and
Yep.
it doesn't.
That's why they're on
gets
free
you-
play.
It gets you it gets you kicked out of the free play is what it does.
Exactly. Well, thankfully they don't actually use the coin slots, so
Excellent, yeah.
I don't think anybody's noticed.
I hope. Oh, boy.
Maybe
Actually,
when it starts to stink.
it was a while back. I hope they've noticed by now.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh.
Good.
Yeah,
Yes.
I like a
Magical
lot of
Drop.
Neo Geo games.
Magical Drop 3. I'm looking at the chat. The chat wants to know what they're playing, and they're playing Magical Drop.
It is definitely Magical Drop. All the characters are named after tarot cards. I don't know all of them off the top of my head, but you don't really need to.
It's okay. It seems like you'd be able to guess, and I'm looking at this like, no, I have no idea.
Yeah, right.
There's a bondage lady versus pink child.
Yep, that's all you really need to know.
It is very. It looks if you're casual, if you haven't played the game before, you're gonna be like, this looks a lot like Bust a Move, but it is not.
It's very, very different from Bust a Move.
No.
Or
I played a few rounds beforehand, so I could get a little bit of a handle on it. It's very rigid. You've got your looks like your 7 columns.
Yep.
And you're just shooting back and forth. You've got 2 buttons. Two main buttons. Your A button, you're gonna draw balls or balloons of a certain color down. With your B button, you're gonna shoot them back up wherever you're pointing. And then the rarely used but the very strategic C button is you can add more balls to the top of your array.
yes.
You can set up big combos that way, but that also puts you at risk because if your balls hit all the way, if your balloons hit all the way to the bottom of the screen, you lose the game.
Right. I like to think of it like Halo, you know, or at least classic Halo,
Yeah.
where you want to put your balls on your opponent's head before they put their balls on yours, right?
That is the best way of thinking about it.
Now, the strategy is very different, but at the end of the day, that's what you're doing.
At the end of the day, yes.
Yes.
At the end of the day,
So you control
you're
a little
trying to-
tiny clown, you're throwing balls everywhere,
You're
and
trying
just
to, you're
hoping you
throwing your
don't-
balls. You're trying to clown the other guy.
Exactly. And the better you clown on them, the better you are.
The better you clown, because as I'm playing, and it's a short timer. It's a short. It's because when your opponent's making matches, they're sending more rows to your side.
Absolutely.
And if it hits the bottom of the screen, because I've played before, and I'm like, okay, I'm trying to let me set up this sweet combo before I know it, I'm out, because it's gone down. So
Right.
you can make quick matches, but you're not going to send as many things down. And then also, there's another way to win. Tell us about
The quota
the
mechanic.
quota mechanic.
So the quota mechanic is based purely on the amount of balls that you clear. We have it set to 150 in this, so there's no timer in the game. There's no
Okay.
timer at all. The only thing that's timed is just eventual rows dropping if nothing's getting sent.
Yeah.
That way you continue to have a steady stream if you're not using the C button. But as you continue to clear more and more things, you'll notice that quota starts to go down for you and your opponent. And whoever reaches 0 first, clears their entire quota, wins. There's an interesting glitch where if the second player wins by quota, it'll show lose on both sides.
That happened to me earlier.
It's super weird. It's super disorienting.
But it did give me the win.
Exactly.
So that was the
It properly
important part.
allocates the win.
Yeah.
It's just kind of
Just
weird.
that we both looked sad.
You're like,
but I looked less sad because I actually won.
I know I won, but
Yeah, I'm happy on the inside, but I'm definitely sad on the outside.
exactly.
So that's your thing. So you've got many ways to play. There's a lot of strategy, and it runs very fast.
Oh, it's
So you
extremely
don't-
fast.
Yeah, you don't have a lot of time to sit and think ahead. I mean, even Tetris, you've got like, well, I can do this, I can do that. No. This is just boom, boom, boom.
You really have to match your pace with your opponent or outspeed them.
Right.
It's based almost purely on that, because really, what makes the garbage system in this unique is it's based on dropping things in close timing with one another. So if you just clear a bunch of stuff in a single drop, it's not going to send any garbage at all.
Right.
It might like make their row drop faster or something, but it won't send them any garbage. To send garbage, you have to clear things in, I think they're called chains in this.
Yeah.
Chains, combos, whatever you want to refer to them. Where as something is being cleared, you clear something else. And you continue to do that to add up. And
Yeah,
you'll
you can-
notice
you can
in
get
a lot
nice
of these
cascade
setups.
if you can.
Right,
set this up.
cascade is another way to refer to it or do it.
Right.
So what we're seeing Jerry on the right side do is exactly that. So you'll notice it says reactions there towards the middle of the screen, and at the top of the opponent's side, it'll show how many rows of garbage they're going to get. This is where the character selection is important, because certain characters have different garbage patterns that they send to the opponent, where Fool and Devil are literally the worst characters in the game. Do not pick them.
Okay.
Because what they do is they send entire rows of very similar colors. They'll send swaths of red, green, or blue that your opponent can just straight up clear if they clear
Yeah,
one
you're almost
spot.
helping them out in that
Exactly. And so really what you're doing is playing a quota race against an uphill fight. It's the worst choice. Unless your opponent also picks that character, in which case you might do that out of solidarity or something. So we've got Marco Polo and Jerry. Jerry I'm very familiar with, but Marco might just quota him out here.
It looks close.
I think he's got it right here. Yeah, there it is.
goes. There's a quota win.
So that's round one for Marco. Oh my gosh.
And they were both pretty close. Jerry was down to 39 before he got out.
Yep.
So
Oh, we need to go back to the game. It's
We
still
need to go
round
back.
two. Best of
Okay.
one? Yeah, it's round one. The
It's
game
best two
does
out of
3
three.
rounds.
yeah, every round,
Think
every
like
game
Street
is
Fighter.
best 2 out of 3.
Yeah. You'll notice there's little squares on the inside
Yeah.
section that delineate who's got the round win.
Yep.
So Marco has a slightly brighter blue square there in the middle.
Yep. He's got one teal to
Wow,
a missing
Jerry
magenta.
goes down
Wow.
quick.
2-0.
Oh my gosh.
That was
So
much
Marco
faster.
takes his game. Moving on. What do we have next? Let's see. Well, I guess it's whoever's immediately here.
Yep.
Goodness. But yeah.
I think the winner of that match gets to take on Chris. So.
Oh boy. Well, yeah.
Out of the frying pan into the fire.
We did mention that this game goes fast, and that should just show you right there.
Yeah.
Took all of, what, 20 seconds, 30 seconds maybe? Sometimes it'll drag on if people start running out of good places to drop things, or they have large columns that just crap. But that doesn't happen too often. Let's see, I think we are ready to go for game 2. It's Ethan Wade versus, who we got? Jonathan. Jonathan the Pong Master Kim.
Jonathan, all right.
He's the
Jonathan's
king of that
choosing
Pong
strength.
machine right there.
Versus, is that the High Priestess, perhaps? I don't know.
Yeah. No, that Empress? Something like that?
Could be
I don't
the
know.
Empress. Oh, that's the Empress. The High Priestess wears glasses. I don't know why I know that.
And Strength is
I
over
knew
there with their Infinity shirt thing. I still don't understand why that's what it wears, but that's what it wears.
Yeah. The infinite strength of crop tops.
Yeah, there you go. My crop top gives me infinite strength.
Infinite, no abs, but infinite strength.
And infinite wins for that round.
Very much so. Had Jonathan on the ropes pretty much the entire match. Just a couple of long strings, real mixed up balls, so you couldn't really get a combo. Could barely get them off the screen.
It's hard to get a grip sometimes, especially with the pattern that Strength sends.
Absolutely.
Because you notice it tends to stack things over on the left side in 2 separate columns. Makes it extremely difficult to handle in certain situations.
There's a lot of lines about to come over.
Pretty good combo from Jonathan.
Yeah, definitely coming
Puts
back
Ethan
in
pretty
the second
close, but
game.
he's going to clear all those reds. So there's a couple of different pieces besides just the regular colored spheres that you see on the screen. So everything has a symbol and a color, and that, of course, to accommodate for color blindness, whatever. But there are certain symbols on those colors that might be different that will clear all of that color if you clear it.
Okay, yeah.
There's also ice blocks, which when you clear something adjacent to it, every single ice block will turn into that color.
Oh, great.
And then there's also a rainbow colored looking gem that Ethan used there at the end of that match, which will clear anything that you clear adjacent to it.
Okay, so if you clear a 3-stack of yellow, everything yellow goes away.
Precisely.
Excellent.
And the way it works is actually very interesting for extending combos, because it'll wait until the very end of your entire combo to clear that color.
Okay.
So you could say, I don't know, clear the entire screen and have one yellow left over. But if you hit that with a yellow at the start of your combo or in the middle, wherever, it'll clear it at the very end.
Okay.
Pretty useful.
Fantastic. That is very, very good strategy.
But it's also a great get-out-of-jail free card.
I
if
bet.
you end up in trouble, oh my gosh.
Yeah, you just want to have that bonus block. Just that, okay, let's take care of all the
Get me
greens.
out of here.
Get me out of here, yeah. The panic button. You push the panic button. Push the panic button.
All right, we are on to
All right, our
Jason versus Buck Nasty.
Look nasty.
And he can't figure out what to do with his buttons. Oh my gosh.
Oh no, this
This
is
should
not.
be pretty good for
They're
Jason, I
both-
think.
Yeah, they're both. We've got definitely some balloons getting cleared on the left, but both of them kind
Oh,
of
2 lines.
kind of a slow start. Got some garbage coming over.
Okay, okay. This is definitely going to go to quota unless somebody gets some wacky combo out of nowhere.
Almost definitely.
Which
yeah,
can
because
happen.
There are some you've got some basic matching. As long as you can get basic matching going, nobody's array is fully messed up. So
Right.
There's
So something
definitely-
interesting that I've
Yeah.
found just since I learned the game is from the start of the match, and if you pull extra rows down, you can fully clear that in almost every circumstance.
Really?
It might take a little bit of adjusting things around, but you can always fully clear it if you properly strategize.
Yeah.
It's so hard to do,
Yeah. well, you-
especially given sometimes the game will like eat inputs if you're trying to go too fast or something, which gets me a lot more than you would think.
I imagine, yeah.
But,
the faster you are, the more chance, especially in older cabinets, it's going to drop some inputs.
Yes, very often. Jason takes round 1. They were both pretty close there,
That
though.
was a very long match. I thought that was going to go to quota. It did not.
Yep,
And so Jason puts
That,
round 1 in the books.
that continuous timer of ticking rows just really got him, I think.
Yeah. I mean, it's tough because, again, you're trying to strategize. You're trying to make that big move that's going to put your opponent over a barrel. But you have to keep track of your own set. And you'd think with only 7 rows on the screen, you think, or 7 columns on the screen, you're like, yeah, that's fine, I can keep up with that. Not so much.
No, especially not when you can only move so fast left or right.
Right.
There's an interesting encounter in the story mode where if you clear a certain number of stages within an amount of time, you'll go against, it's called like Black Pyro, something like that. I don't know, it's like their meme character. But depending on how you perform, it is so fast that it literally teleports the little character around.
Oh my god.
And you literally cannot keep up with it. Unless you somehow manage to just combo it to death, there's no way to win.
That's not so cool.
I
to see
might
that.
showcase it here a little later, but
that would be a good showcase.
it's
to take a look
you
at
can't
that.
beat it. You really can't. It is the AI telling you lose.
Yeah, Buck has one of those clear all
He
pieces.
might.
If he can.
If he just clears it,
Yeah,
he
if he
can
can clear it out,
survive.
he is
Come on, Buck.
So close to the.
Ooh, drop it.
Almost.
There it is.
Oh.
Oh my gosh, he's alive.
Okay.
Here comes a combo.
Yeah, combo's up.
Oh, Jason's gonna take
Jason
it to quota.
Is very
There it
very
is.
Close to there. Oh my.
6.
That, 6
oh
to, no,
man,
6,
that got
that
so
is
close.
one of the closest matches
Woo.
I've seen so far in the
Wow.
3 or 4 matches I've seen.
Right.
In my long Magical Drop 3 career, that is possibly the closest match.
I mean,
the
it's
closest
incredible.
game I've seen.
that even without any experience with the game, 2 people will get that close to beating one another.
Absolutely, absolutely. I mean, it's seven columns, 4 colors. So there's a finite amount of combinations, so your brain can keep up with it. You can move back and forth.
Right.
But boy, if you get behind the 8 ball and you just get that
As soon as you
executive dysfunction,
lose track of where
Yeah.
you are,
and
or like
suddenly
some
you
errant
get-
ice block gets in your way, it's just
oh, those ice blocks can definitely
it's terror.
just plug you up.
Oh my
And you'll
gosh.
like, and then again, it's like 7, like I can do 7. You get that tunnel vision, you go 3 or 4, you're like, oh, I think I can get that combo. I think I can get these out. Right side of your screen hits the ground, you're out, you've lost the game.
Yep.
Or
You get
again, you
teabagged.
think you're doing great. You're like, wow, I have so much space, I have so much time, and then your opponent's like, well, I just quoted out. So
Yep.
what can you do?
Guess it's over. And it's so disorienting, especially when you're in really high stakes, high tension moments
Oh, absolutely.
where you're moving as fast as you can, and all of a sudden the game's over.
Yeah.
And you don't know if you won or lost.
Yeah. It's just over. Yeah, it has to tell you. It has to use
Did I
the
lose?
largest has to use the largest font possible to let you know, because you don't know.
Exactly. Now, I don't know if you can actually draw the game. I don't know if you can actually tie in any
It would
way.
have. I imagine that would be pretty tough.
I would be super impressed if somebody did that.
Oh, there's a
Wow.
quick win by Tracy.
Tracy on fire over here. Oh my gosh.
Just it looked like a slow start, then she just threw down some lines and
She was getting some good practice in. She's got the combo way
I saw her
thing
playing
figured
earlier.
out.
Yeah. That's
Yep,
definitely, and her
that's
screen is
just
so
gonna
close
whoop
to the
him right
top.
there.
That is, yeah.
Talk about a succinct
Whitfield,
win.
his character on screen knows what's up. Look at that face. That is the face, that's the face of someone who needs to.
He has no idea what's going on.
Yeah,
That's that
when
look.
when the VOD comes up on Twitch, you can take a look at that and be like, what happened there? Because that was so fast. They're very
It's
fast.
incredible.
So Tracy is going to be the Dylan. You got it.
Yes,
You
I got the name.
Yes.
I got it.
Well done. Dreams do come true.
Especially
on Puzzle
here.
Night in
Especially
free
here on
play,
Puzzle
Free Play
Night.
Richardson. You can come on out. There's still time. You can watch. Hell, you might be able to join in. I don't know how that works.
I can tell
might be
you,
able to just
we
bully
can
your way
definitely
in.
still get you in if you
Yes.
show up within the next, I don't know, 15, 20 minutes.
Yeah, 15, 20 minutes. If you're just driving around watching Twitch on your phone,
You know, as
as
people
you
do.
as you do,
I've been there.
I'm not going to say I've never done it before.
I can't either,
Look,
honestly.
the GDQ schedule does not work around my commute, and I
And
know
they might be playing a rather mediocre game.
Yeah.
Like, I don't know, what was it? The DOS Mega Man?
DOS Mega Man.
It could be.
It could be Alpha
anything
Games
like
block.
that.
It could be
Yeah.
straight Awful Games block.
Although, honestly, I do love that block.
Yeah.
That is one of my favorites.
Pepsi Man with cutscenes was one of my favorites.
that was so good.
last year.
Well, it could be the middle of like some 12-hour RPG. Too,
Yeah.
So
Oh my, yeah.
that's a
see,
good
hey,
time to take a break.
It's a good time if they're doing a 2-hour RNG manip before they start the game. Then this is a good time to come down here.
They're playing classic
To
Final
hear-
Fantasy
yeah,
and just
yeah.
doing button inputs to get it right.
Yep. Oh my gosh. All right.
I
well,
always
enough
was a
about-
fan of the TASBot segments.
I love TASBot.
Oh my gosh.
Here comes Jason and Chris.
Jason and Chris.
And this is Chris.
Wow.
Chris was literally and figuratively taking me to school beforehand because he was showing me the game, and then he was showing me how much I have to learn at the game.
Jason
is holding
going
in
down
there.
right
Jason
there.
was holding in there. I was.
You
hanging
can
in
literally
there.
kill yourself in this game. by the
Oh,
way.
absolutely.
If you're holding too much, and well, 2 of a similar color. If you hold 3 or more, it'll clear. But if you hold 2 of a color or less, and something's right at the edge, you will just outright kill yourself.
Yeah, and it is rough because sometimes I forget that there's 2 buttons, one to catch, one to release. Sometimes you're just not.
Even when you're really good at the game, you will just kind of do it because you're trying to think about clearing and you don't realize, oh, that's going to put me over.
Yeah.
Whoops.
Yeah.
I didn't know I had more coming.
Yeah, you're like, I'm harvesting. Oh no, I got to put these somewhere. Oh no, I'm done.
Wrong place.
I'm done.
That's a good look.
What a. We've all had well, you haven't. Chris hasn't. The rest of us have had that look on our face.
Well, I promise you, it's happened at some point. It's not on this game, but it's happened.
It's something. Everything will humble somebody in here.
Oh,
Everything
yeah.
in here will humble
Probably
somebody.
my first few months of playing Street Fighter, I was like, I lost? How? What did he do?
I've been told I've been
He's
entered
been
into
summoned.
this. I've been entered into the tournament. Oh my gosh! I'll be back very soon.
Show him what you do. Here's hoping he's learned from commentating and watching and experiencing
Sorry,
the
headphone-
fury.
Sorry, headphone users. All right,
Welcome, not Jason Bunch, Chris Delp.
that's me.
That is you.
Yeah, we're going to have our commentator play like his 3rd game ever of Magical Drop 3 against like 18-time Spring Series champion Austin Smith coming in the last minute. No relation to Dylan.
Didn't quite make it this year. Close finish on Miss Pac-Man for Austin.
That's true? Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. Oh, man.
I was shocked. Oh my gosh, I really thought he had that one.
He's the better Ms. Pac player.
Certainly.
He is.
I think his nerves got him.
Yes. And who
Ooh,
was
so
it? Doug said he had the game of his life. Go ahead.
yes, absolutely. So Austin has picked one of the worst characters in the game.
Fool? What?
Devil. Devil and Fool are
How dare you? That's my character.
demonstrably the same. I do
in
enjoy playing him in quota matches. But, yeah, this is, I mean, he's clearing a lot right now. Let's see if he's able to keep it going. Jason, though, you can see these large swaths of the same color just snaking through his side. He's going to pretty easily be able to catch up quota-wise. He's just got to keep moving on those controls. There he goes.
That's a close
He's
game.
seeing it. Yeah, it's pretty close so far, but the character mismatch is really going to... I think it's going to make Austin lose here.
Interesting.
It's because of the send patterns. There's
Yeah,
not a lot
I
you
can see it.
do.
It's really, really easy to solve this.
You have to genuinely have an insane speed advantage over your opponent to really win with these characters.
Although Austin may have it.
I don't know. It's very close.
There we
There
go.
it is. He went over. He didn't even make it to quota. Oh my gosh.
Austin is not aware? Is there another round? Yeah, okay. He knows.
Austin
He knows.
is- Yeah.
He's taking it very seriously, Austin.
He's been enjoying his free play hops a little too much.
Me as well,
Hey,
with my selfies while playing.
absolutely. Yeah, you can just see in what each character is getting each row that
Yeah.
it's really hard to win from that position.
What is Jason's character?
Jason's character is the magician, I think.
Okay.
He's okay. You know, he sends mostly down the middle. Those 2 center columns you can see,
Yeah, I can see them
surrounding
push.
the middle.
Yeah.
The only thing that makes that tricky is
You can
kind of
combo
just
off that.
you can combo off of it, and you can kind of just dump stuff to the middle and the surrounding columns from there. What makes certain characters like World or Strength strong is they don't put it centrally. It's located exactly to the far columns.
Hey, Dylan, let me swap seats with you. You're up.
Oh, excellent.
All right. Well, that newcomer Jason seemed to be okay at this game. He managed to. And now it is my turn to say things about Dylan that he will not hear unless he watches the VOD.
All right, I'm back. Now I'm play-by-play, I guess.
Hello, Chris.
How's it going, Jason?
That's doing great.
You got a win under your
I
belt.
got a win under my belt.
Yeah.
I got my first win in the free play tournament series. Feels pretty good.
Yes,
Shout out
Austin.
family of my sponsors.
Yeah, right. I have to do one of these. Austin actually has won our Spring Series tournament multiple times, so no slouch there.
No, it was both games I felt it was pretty close. I felt neither of us were really comboing, so I felt that my best chance was to try to quota out, and I just managed to. I don't know what happened. But
Sometimes you just got to live longer than your opponent.
Sometimes you got to do it. You got to outlast.
See, we need the 8-second bullhorn out. See how long Tommy can ride this ride. He's in there for a little while.
It is,
but it is
so very close
so
to the
close.
end.
Okay, good night. Good night.
Okay. Oh well, I thought
All
I
right.
thought he was on the cusp of a comeback, but
Tommy makes it 8 seconds, so that's good.
Dylan did not let him back into it.
I actually see Dylan playing suboptimally. He's not doing multiple combos. He's doing the biggest combo he can to show off for us. And there we go.
Oh, there we go.
All right, back to Dylan on the mic.
All right. Thanks for sitting in, Chris.
I return
Hey,
victorious.
Dylan. All right. This is how you know that This is how you know they chose the best for the play-by-play, as we were both undefeated in this tournament so
Absolutely.
far. Absolutely.
Champions. A table of champions.
A table of champions.
Cheers.
Clink. That's what we do. I noticed on that second match you played the left side of the screen very hard, and then went in to clean up the rest and just kind of.
Because I saw I had some pretty easy clears over on that side. You saw it probably took maybe 2 moves to actually get all of that gone.
Oh yeah, that was very fast.
Right. And I think a lot of it has to do with being familiar with the game enough to see that side of the screen and know I'm okay. Despite it all really kind of bearing down on me.
Right.
I notice, I feel like it's similar to Tetris in a lot of ways, where when you're familiar with the pieces and how to move them and place them, you don't struggle quite so much when you have a new piece that comes down.
Yeah, it's almost like you get your brain gets to skip a step or two when it comes to spatial awareness. Like, okay, I know this piece goes this way, so I can spin, put it this here.
Exactly. This is exactly how I need to set it up so I can get a Tetris or a T-spin or whatever.
Okay, I'm up again.
Jason's back up. Time to kick some butt. Winner of this gets to play against me. Ooh, I'm excited.
Back on. Get all the commentators' matches out of the way early.
Yes.
Or
thank goodness.
now. Oh, look. We have new entrants. Hold on a minute. Let me see if they want to play.
Yes, please. Yeah, KD Alpha, this is absolutely one of my favorites of all of the Neo Geo library. I like a lot of the fighters, but puzzle game-wise, this is certainly one of the top games for me. Big Tetris fan, big fan of a lot of other things. They're all cheesing for the camera. I love it. But this one, I don't know. There's something about it that is comfortable. Specifically because so many of the situations are pretty solvable regardless of where your character is or where you're starting from. There's always a way to go, some piece to place. There's no absolute no-win situations in it. You always have an out. Versus like when you're playing maybe Tetris the Grandmaster, and you're up towards the top, speed's really fast, you just can't maneuver your pieces over at all. So, that's my opinion.
Sorry, guys. A 4-hour game of Metal Slug is not in the cards tonight.
Good.
Right in the middle of a tournament.
My fave.
There's all these people lined up around you.
Jeez. Everybody's just saying, are you done yet? Are you done yet? As you actively kill yourself off.
Yeah.
That game in and of itself is so difficult to just end.
Oh, Metal Slug?
Yeah. I mean, like, it's easy to die, but if you're trying to end the game and move on, it takes so long.
All right, Jason going for 2.
Let's see how he does against Kaylee.
Yeah, he has a much bigger hill to climb right now.
I imagine. The free play employee advantage. Stacked.
I guess that's what it is. She works here. She works the bar.
I wouldn't call it stacked. You know, certainly there's games that everybody here is unfamiliar with. But
yeah. This is Kaylee's game.
Oh, it shows.
Yeah.
You can see it just in her movement.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. She's on fire. Yes, watch out, Jason. I like that the game tells you, watch out!
Yeah, right.
Oh no!
Oh no! There's 400 colored bubbles coming at you.
Look out. I do appreciate that they stuck with the aesthetic, even though it's not super overt. The whole tarot card theme.
Yeah.
So
yeah.
at the intro, the cards turn around and you play on those fields. The characters are named after them, but it's not. There's nothing more than that. Ooh, Jason killed himself there. Oh my gosh. What a shame. Put himself out of his own misery.
All right, I'll give it back to him.
Quick match from Kaylee. That's my next opponent. Should be good.
All right, I am back. That is just how easy it is to win on Magical Drop 3.
That's what I'm saying, man.
Yeah.
How do you feel?
I was pretty good. I was the one on the left, right?
Yeah, you were on fire.
Oh,
you
fantastic.
were coming in hot.
I can't wait for my next round. Woo.
Who is
Oh,
me?
Yeah. Wait, what? Oh, no.
Oh gosh.
What have I done?
Oh man.
Oh, boy.
You got it out of there early.
Boy,
It's
howdy.
okay.
Yeah. And you know what? If you're going to lose with enough time to get back here and get a beverage.
Exactly.
That's what I always say. Oh, my goodness. That's
why I
was-
never have a problem with the losers bracket.
Yeah.
It gives you time to loosen up a little bit, you know? Kind of watch the competition,
Yeah.
see what you're doing wrong.
Slide in there.
Exactly.
Focus on some skills.
Finesse the
You know.
buttons. That's all you need.
You know, work the A, work the B, occasionally mix in the C.
You know,
If you're feeling spicy.
if you have the time and want to give it some attention, you know,
The C button. The C button.
it's very picky.
It's
you have
always.
to be gentle.
It's always there for you.
Yes.
The C button is always there for you. All right.
Whitfield versus Trey.
Trey.
Oh goodness.
Oh boy.
Trey
howdy.
or Ray?
Trey- is
Ray
it-
Trey.
or
I
T-
think it's Trey.
Is it T Ray?
T Ray.
Might be Ray.
Yeah,
the
he's
T-
further down.
T Ray. Okay.
Trey Gamble.
Trey Gamble.
We might
There'll be-
have
there'll
Andy
be
and
no
Ray
Gamble.
up next
Might
after
be.
this. I see
Okay.
Andy at the entrance,
Fantastic.
so we're certainly going to have him.
Whitfield. We have Trey.
We are just about to get started. They are selecting their characters.
The Fool and the Devil. Or not.
Or not.
Going to be
Yeah, it's
Strone
odd. You have to actually start a match against the CPU before you can
before you
interrupt
can
it
move to the next one.
Yeah. It's kind of annoying, to be
Alright.
honest with you.
The Strength versus the Water Bearer lady. And
Whitfield
kind of
knows
a
what
rough
he's
start for Trey.
Do win. They both are at least aware of the play field, just not yet. They just don't have the speed yet to make it through. Tracing a little bit. Whitfield struggling a little bit to find the
Definitely
spot.
There don't seem to be a lot of huge combos, but if he can clear some space out, there's a lot of yellow on Whitfield's side.
Yeah,
But if he can get to it,
and he's got that rainbow piece over there
that
in the
rainbow
corner.
piece could definitely change it, especially because they're not only about a third into their quota.
Yep,
Trey's about halfway in, so this could still end
a
by
fun
hitting
little
the bottom.
a fun little comeback strat. If you're really behind on quota by like 10, 15 pieces, and your opponent's not sending a lot of garbage, is to hammer that C button a couple times.
Oh yeah.
Get a lot more on your screen so that when you clear that color, you've just jumped your quota by a bunch.
Oh yeah, no. Especially if you can clear out kind of a middle space, make some room, and if a chunk of something in the same color comes up, you can knock that out.
Right, and the further down the screen you have filled, that opens a lot more opportunities for it to just naturally combo without you really needing to put in any extra effort.
All right, and it looks like Whitfield is about to quota out.
Ooh,
and
there he
does.
goes.
Again, I'm surprised this one went to quota, but Whitfield stuck it out.
So did
Managed
Trey.
to-
You know,
yeah.
there at the end, he looked like he was about to spill over, but it was just quota.
It was close. They were both animated talking about that last round,
Oh, yeah.
and now round two
He probably
starts.
didn't know he won, if I had to guess.
And again, it's kind of hard to tell when you're in there, when you're just
Absolutely.
locked into it. You're just trying to put points up. You're just trying to outlast the other person.
Yep.
It almost
You have to
doesn't-
know to look at that center side to
Mhm.
think, oh, quota. Maybe I should do something
Yeah, no,
about that.
you look down to the center side, and then the next thing you know, there's
You've placed
a lot
a thing
more.
and killed yourself.
You've killed yourself, or they're about to kill you, or
Exactly.
Yeah. It's like, you know what, you do your best, and let's see when you win.
Ooh,
And there you
pushes
go.
Trey right over.
Absolutely. That was a fast.
Down he goes.
And again, sometimes that one game will go fast, one game will go slow, vice versa. But Whitfield definitely 2-0'd it, and he showed us every way you can win a game of Magical Drop 3.
Yep,
That
all
is
two.
For sure. All two ways.
I think we've got Andy and Ray up next.
Andy and
If
Ray.
we can find Ray, he shouldn't be too far. But I know we have Andy. There goes our fearless leader, searching.
Chris will find
Hunting.
them. You can see him, his eyes scanning every inch of this facility.
The
He
hunter
knows it.
stalks his prey.
He knows it like the back of his hand.
I wonder why.
I mean, if Chris gets lost in here sometime, like-
They would have
like-
had to have changed the layout on him
Yeah.
and stuck in a bunch of new machines.
Chris, where are you? I'm between Street Fighter and another Street Fighter.
Help.
But they're not next to each other.
Yeah, that would be a scary day, actually. Oh my gosh.
People are standing back and shooting aliens. I can't get past them. I can't break
Oh
through there.
no! Well, actually, they have a big blue cabinet in the back corner next to a, what is it, Revenge from Mars pinball.
I love Revenge from Mars.
So you literally could find yourself in that situation.
Yeah. It's tough. Look, for a guy like me, I'm tall. All of my limbs are long. Oh, Andy and Ray are playing. Let's talk
Yes.
about Andy and Ray real quick.
Ray
I'll
was
talk
getting
about
plenty
how
of
tall I am
practice in.
later.
Let's see.
See, that's where it's
How'd
working
he
out for him so
do?
far.
Now, Andy is pretty good at his Neo Geo games, but I'm not sure this puzzle game is his forte.
As you do, it's rough because he's got for every column he's got low, he's got two that are just dripping so close. All it takes is one
Absolutely.
to shut down your entire game.
That's part of what makes Strength such a good character.
Yeah.
It pushes on those three columns all at the same time, and it's extremely difficult to manage it
Yeah,
unless
and it
you're
looks like-
actively clearing.
And he lets Andy back in a little bit. Andy
A
is
little
just
bit. He
not
just needs one more.
going. It's so close. He could.
He's going to quota out if Andy stays alive.
Yeah.
He's just not fast enough.
It's just he's putting that constant pressure on him, and
Yep.
he has all day to just keep making matches and making matches. And Andy is sticking in there, but Ray is 7 away from his quota.
There it
and
is.
There it is.
That's round one for Ray.
And there you go. There's that glitch. There's that
Yep.
lose glitch. Player 2 quotas
You
out.
both lose.
You both lose. But
Get out of here.
One of you lost slightly less than the other one, and that's what we call a
That's
win.
what's important.
That is a win. Andy, let's see
This-
what he learned from game one.
This might go either faster. Yeah, it
Oh,
went way
that was
faster.
way
Oh my gosh.
faster. Again, strength is so good. Just putting pressure on that second, fourth, and sixth column just
Yep.
knocks it down, and before you know it, you're at the ground. There's
And you're
space to
hurtling
go.
towards it.
Yeah, you almost look at it and you feel claustrophobic.
Oh, completely.
You feel like everything's closing in on you. Even though you can move back and forth, you can pull, you can push,
You can't even really
but there's so much pressure.
manage those spheres fast enough
Mhm.
because if you're moving lightning fast and picking up and dropping piece by piece by piece just to even it out, you're not making any matches and it's
No,
just going to
you're
bear
really
down
not.
on
And again, with strength, it's the double-edged sword. I mean, with strength with that pattern, with the drop pattern, you're going to get your opponent off balance more often than not. But you kind of do leave them open for some if
they match down the center.
They can match down the center. They
Yeah.
they can combo up.
you. Those gaps can open a lot of opportunities for them, absolutely.
It can be good.
But-
it can be bad.
They got to have the right setup. And if they don't, it'll be rough.
It is rough. And again, with strength, you just throw it at them and be like, all right, if you can deal with this, you win. And if you don't, then I'm going to win.
Yep.
And more often than not, it looks like strength is winning with that. We have
Yes.
Arthur and Ian choosing their characters.
Well, we've got to get the game
We've
started
got to get
first.
the game started first.
But then Arthur's going to hit start, and there it is. Ian, our Video Game Wednesday, Video Game Music Wednesday poster had a very fitting choice this week of Neo Geo titles.
Excellent.
Everybody's favorite Neo Geo music.
Everybody loves Neo Geo.
Absolutely. I posted my favorite magical drop track just because I thought it was fitting.
All right, we've got the battle of bottom cleavage versus middle cleavage. And a strong start by Arthur, but Ian is
Wow.
even up in there. They both have their, Arthur's got a little bit extra on the right side, but everything else is
He got
looking
that
good.
sword.
He's gonna grab that green.
Pretty good combo.
Yeah, he's got some ice balloons. That could, no, he got those cleared out.
Oh my
But that
gosh.
right side is,
Yep.
that right side is so dangerous, and good job safety there. Cleared some of that out. And now
Arthur's
they're both
working.
about even. The quota is looking to come into play as they're both past the halfway point, almost to the 2/3 point.
Yes.
And
Ian is
just
pulling. He's
constant.
pulled
He's got-
ahead.
Look at all that red on his right-hand side. That could,
Oh my gosh.
definitely throw
This
some
will
stuff
put him
over.
very far ahead of Arthur.
yeah, at this point, I think it's going to be a quota. We've got some lines coming down on Ian's screen.
Unless he can combo it down and quickly, I don't
Yeah,
see
I don't-
him
I
winning.
don't see
One
where-
away. There it is.
Yeah, I don't see where he's got the space. I don't think they have the space to combo, and Ian
No.
just grinds one out.
Arthur showing some good survival skills, though.
Absolutely, both guys really a good long round is what you want to see. You get to see the ebb and flow.
Yes.
And again, it's tough to think that far ahead to try to build combos. You just kind of
Yeah.
have to stay alive, and sometimes you hate to call it luck, but there is some luck involved.
There
but,
is,
But there's
absolutely.
so much skill. You have to keep the skill going to keep yourself in the point where luck can come back. You have to earn the luck.
The thing is, both of the patterns, well, aside from the character patterns that are being sent to one another, the screens are actually fully the same.
Okay.
And so are the pieces that both players will get. Now, where they show up might differ based on the character. So if you have those 3 columns from strength, it's going to look very different from the Fool. But at the same time, you will largely have the same opportunities as your opponent.
All right. So you've got the same board, and you're just trying to see who can do it fast. It looks like we're going to go to another quota because they're both down to about 30.
Oh my gosh, Arthur getting very close though. Let's see if
Close to the
Ian will
bottom.
pull ahead and take
They're
this
so far up. It's going to come
succinctly.
down
There it
to
is.
Ian.
Wow,
Ian gets it.
by 11.
Yeah.
Another
0 to
extremely
11.
close match.
Very well matched, very long games, very evenly matched. I wouldn't be surprised to see these two meet again in the future of this bracket.
Yes, absolutely.
That is some good work by both of them. This
Let's
is
see what we've got next.
good play, really showcasing all the ways you can come back.
Yeah.
You're never out of it until you're out of it.
Well, and what I always like is that you'll honestly see both victory types about as often as one another.
Yeah.
With 2 players who are familiar with the game. Buck Nasty.
Buck Nasty returns.
All right. We are rocking
See
and rolling.
what
This
happens.
tournament is on fire. We're going fast.
It is going fast. Magical Drop 3
God.
games go. They do go. The longest game you'll get is still going to be a short game.
It
and
won't
is,
be any longer than like 2
yeah,
minutes, maybe.
You don't have much time to breathe or think. You have to react.
Yep.
You do your thinking. Now's when you do your thinking. When you step in front of the machine.
You have to do your thinking
you
as
have to
soon as you
react.
see those bubbles pop up, because any later than that, you've lost.
Yeah. While
It
you're
is so
thinking, your
fast.
opponent's winning.
Yes,
That's what
exactly.
happens.
I've already cleared the screen at that point. Yeah, I took some effort a while back because I wanted to try and go for a world record run on this game. And the trick to doing it in the versus CPU mode is not to kill the opponents as quickly as possible. That'll give you a time bonus,
Yeah.
but to really score enough to beat the world record, you have to basically let your screen fully fill up and then clear the entire thing
Wow.
with a high enough combo.
That's got to be nerve-wracking too,
It's
because you're
so hard.
so
oh my
clo-
gosh.
yeah,
If
so
you
at
get to
every
like
point, you're so
10 or
close to
12
losing.
and drop it, you're halfway through the screen
Yeah.
and you don't get squat for it. Really all the points are in 20, 21, 22, and 23 long combos.
Wow.
But it's so difficult to get to that point. But a lot of the starting positions are the same as in versus mode. And so I'm very familiar with how those patterns look and how to clear them.
Okay.
Now, I'm not perfect at it,
Oh, yeah.
as you've probably seen.
But you get
but
there.
yes, exactly.
You get good.
I want to get good.
Get.
Ooh,
Get
we've got a
good.
mirror match.
We have a mirror match.
Star and Star. Buck Nasty
Jugs and Pop and
filling
Buck
his own
Nasty
screen at the start.
starting at
That's
the
ballsy.
putting himself in behind the 8-ball, but that clear I can kind of see ahead to where there's some combo potential.
Absolutely, and he's
And already
getting it
putting
right
pressure,
there.
Already putting pressure on Andy, who had his screen pretty close to the top. Now there's some ice balloons, but those just popped. So that's just more resources for him. Big green combo in the middle.
One wacky thing you can do is you can actually cut off your own combo accidentally. If
Oh.
you have a piece that you've cleared and another thing on top of it that's going to naturally drop to clear, if you go over to that and pick it up, it won't do the combo. You'll
Don't
pick
do
up the
combo.
piece
Oh boy.
and cut off your combo.
Yeah, don't want to do that. Okay,
It's,
quota's coming down, and Andy is ahead in points.
Andy's ahead despite Buck's interesting starting
A
choice.
very bold starting strategy. I
He's
just
just
don't
run
think he
out of
got the
steam, it
points.
looks like.
Yeah, I think it almost looked like a strategy to try to fill Andy's screen. It didn't work, and it just put Andy ahead on points. It looks like he is about to quota out right now.
There it is. Wow.
There's Andy by 40, so that was
Despite his
definitely-
strong start, because he did clear a lot of that screen.
yeah. That was a good calculated risk by Buck. He took Burden on early.
Yep.
Sent it all over to Andy. Andy cleared it, turned that into quota, and there you go.
Opting for the safer strategy of just waiting it out.
Yeah, game 2, Buck is definitely keeping it safe there. And they're both just, this might be this looks like a quota game right now.
Absolutely.
What I see, there's a lot of yellow on the, there
Buck's
was,
side.
it's gone now. There's a lot of yellow on Andy's side, and he cleared that.
Both
He's
players
past the
full of
100
yellow.
mark.
Ooh, this is tricky for Buck. He needs to start clearing those yellows. He's got the
There's a lot
combo
of
right
space.
there.
There's a big combo. There's a
Big clears, big
chunk
clears.
big chunk just came out on Buck's side, but it didn't really,
Andy's
cascade.
staying
It didn't
ahead.
get those extra points. Andy has it so close to the top of the screen, though. And with a hefty quota lead,
Ooh, Buck's not seeing the far sides of the screen.
there's a lot of ice. Just pop those ice balloons.
Lots of blues.
That blue-green back and forth in the middle, that's tough because you can't really do much with that. And he is definitely,
Ooh, there it goes.
he's just kind of back and forth, couldn't figure out what to do. Andy just
Andy looks
consistent.
confused. Is he not aware he won?
I don't know. It tells you on the screen.
It was the lose-lose.
Yeah.
I get it.
Okay, that, yeah.
Well, now they know. There's the
Okay,
handshake.
Somebody let Andy
Caught
know.
it up there.
Good, good. Fantastic. We always like win or lose lose. We like to see sportsmanship.
Absolutely.
That's how we all win.
Hey, if everybody
It's a good
loses,
sport.
in a way you all win.
Yeah.
Because you didn't really lose worse than anybody else.
Right. Whatever he really lost out on.
Absolutely.
Not much.
I like his shirt, too.
That is a
Th-
fantastic shirt.
there he is.
That
Like
was
your
a
shirt.
fantastic shirt. Is that bees or
I
wasps?
think it is bees.
I think it might be bees or wasps. He's got a great shirt. He's got a great sandwich combo from the Free
Oh, it's
Play
Pokemon.
Richardson Kitchen.
He
Is
said
it
it was
Pokemon? Is
it's
it electric?
Beedrill. Yeah,
Beedrill.
he said
Oh,
he was wearing the
that's-
Kakuna one yesterday.
That's even better than bees is Beedrills. Now I've got Austin and Arthur. I had a match against Austin. I managed to take the W this time, but I think that he can come out of the loser's bracket. I may see him again in the loser's bracket if he takes out Arthur here, but they're both
Maybe.
pretty close in quota and screen position.
Arthur's going pretty fast.
There's a lot of blue on Arthur's side. There's he's getting some blocks are coming down, so it is definitely combo potential on Arthur's side, but Austin just very consistent. He's got that wild piece on the left side. If he can get through it, there's a little bit of junk to clear out, but he's got a wild yellow.
Arthur's certainly
On
got the
Arthur's right.
speed advantage, though. He's familiar. I would say he's more familiar with these sorts of puzzle games than Austin. Austin
I can see
is
that.
a very, very talented classic arcade gamer, but I'm not sure in competitive head-to-head
They're great.
type
He
situations.
shoots the green and he
Right.
gets a couple.
Oh
He
my
gets a
gosh.
quick combo here.
That was quite the combo.
Putting some pressure on Arthur as they're both down, and Arthur looks to be about to quota out.
Will he get it here?
I
There
think
it is.
he will. I don't think at this point I'd be shocked to know. Arthur manages to hold off a couple of strong pushes by Austin. Gets that quota.
Yep. We're all losers here.
That lose-lose glitch. We love to see. That means somebody wins. And Arthur right back to a fast start. I mean, you can just see his clown positioning is moving so much faster. Austin is definitely taking a little extra time to make his moves.
He's getting some combos, though, to
Yeah.
his credit. He's seeing it.
He's trying to play a little more of a cerebral game. Arthur's playing a little more of a physical, a little fast. Just kind of
There it
keep
is.
throwing
Good combo from Arthur.
everything out there. The quota battle.
He's got
Arthur
that
has
yellow
lead
clear.
again. That low, and he grabs it.
He cleared
Grabs
one
it
yellow.
all the way around the corner. But yeah, Austin is dangerously close to the bottom and dangerously behind on
If he can
quota.
figure out how to just push this back
It is
down.
this is kind of an ugly board right now. There's not a lot of easy, quick clears. You just
Yeah.
kind of try to grind it out, but in a game of grinding,
He's
Arthur
starting to
is
push, though. He's
so
starting to
far
push
ahead.
a lot.
starting to push, but Arthur is down to 8 quota.
Oh my gosh. Yeah,
that is just-
that'll do it unless he just gets hammered here.
Yeah. I think there
Ah,
we
there it
go.
is.
Yeah.
Wow.
Just start to finish. Arthur had his game plan. He had that speed going. Again, that's that reaction time.
Absolutely.
It's that fast reaction. Yeah.
He was able to read the
Austin-
board
yeah.
and just effectively drop everything that was similar as quickly as he could.
Yeah, like for every 2 very well thought out looking for a combo moves Austin threw out there, Arthur had 3 or 4 just boom, boom, boom.
Yep.
Putting points up, dropping boards. Austin was never in danger of hitting the bottom,
No.
but Arthur just kept grinding away quota,
Absolutely.
and 2 quota wins in a row kind of shows you that play style.
yeah.
Very effective.
And a lot of it came down to they weren't throwing combos at one another.
Yeah.
So their screens weren't advancing a whole lot,
Mhm.
which never really put
they're
either one
almost
in danger.
playing solo games. They're almost playing against themselves, against the machine.
Absolutely.
And if you don't take a swipe at your opponent has all the time in the world.
Yep.
And
Arthur had the better sprint
Arthur
time.
made great. Yeah, his the sprint versus the marathon time.
Yes.
It's
Arthur will always have the marathon, but Arthur's got the sprint right
Yeah.
now.
The marathon pace works great
Austin had the
unless you're not in a marathon.
Backwards.
So
Oh my gosh.
Marco and Ray, there's strength on the right.
Ray's
I'd
moving fast.
Kind of wish I'd been keeping track of strength stats on here because strength seems to be a really popular choice. But Marco is clearing
Marco's got his
all the way to
clears.
the ceiling.
Wow.
I almost wonder if he
Ooh,
wants
Ray
to.
might just top out here.
It almost feels like
That would
Marco should hit the. If I would suggest hitting the C button a couple times, get some more,
Yeah,
get
push
some more,
push
get some
on a
stuff
little
to
bit
play
more.
with. But
He's setting himself up.
Ray's left side was definitely in danger there. He picked up some blues, got him out of the way.
Saves himself.
Yeah, that left side
More
is definitely
pressure coming
clearable
on
with those,
from
with
Marco.
those yellows.
He might, if Ray hangs on, it might just go to quota for Marco.
Quota is so close right now. Marco
Yeah.
just took a quick lead, but it is
12
going back
ahead.
and forth.
Ray really needs to pick up a lot more.
Yeah,
He's
Ray,
got a lot of yellow on his
Ray
screen.
has the potential, but Marco just kind of has this lead and is
Oh
holding
my
on to
gosh.
it.
One piece just
I'm kind of
right
surprised.
at the edge.
I'm surprised nobody's won
Oh,
by now.
there it
And
is.
look at that, Marco with 22 left to go in his quota still manages to bottom out Ray, and just a very dominant Ray. Seemed on the cusp so many times, but Marco
Yes.
just so consistent, so solid.
Now, interestingly, I didn't mention this earlier. If you are clearing pieces as stuff is supposed to be coming down your side, you won't. It'll pause it basically. So
Okay.
you have more time to think and react.
Yeah, more time.
So you notice he's got 7 lines coming. If he clears anything as it drops, it will still come,
It'll come
but it
eventually.
stops it for a moment.
It'll
So you
come
have time
almost on
to
his terms. Yeah.
combo yourself back into the game. That was what I was referring to earlier. I think you were playing at the time, but I would say there are arguably no-win situations in this
Yeah.
game. There's always a way out. There's always some way you can put yourself back in the game, flip it on your opponent.
I even saw a couple times Marco would take, it would move a ball, not necessarily to make a match, just get it out of the way.
Yeah.
Like, let's take this blue over here.
Take the match
take
at the
this
bottom.
yellow over here, match it, and then come right back to it.
Right.
Which is, again, if you can manage to make that happen, if you can get your hand-eye coordination working fast enough, that's a great way to do it.
Yes.
Because as a novice playing the game, my instinct is every time I pull something down, I want to throw it back up and make it disappear.
Right. The focus is very singular. You're on that one step ahead type
Yeah.
mindset. Whereas once you get familiar with the game, like with Tetris, you're looking at your next piece and you're thinking, okay, where am I going to be 4, 5, 6 pieces from
It's
now?
like chess. You want to play the full game. You want
Yes.
to play the full game ahead of you. You don't want to be surprised.
And what gets
You wanna be
tricky is
surprised as little
it's
as
so fast.
Oh yeah.
You don't have time to just kind of sit there and think about your move and
Like
kinda
the
move
game-
this one
yeah,
around
The game's
or-
got you on a clock, and your opponent, a good opponent, will put you on a clock.
absolutely.
And especially with
A
the way
very
he had
fast
those, he had
clock.
those lines waiting to go, and he was able to keep pulling himself out of that situation. Like, okay, there's
Yes.
lines coming. They will come when I want them to come.
Right. So up next
So-
we have Tracy and Ethan, I believe.
Tracy and Ethan. All right.
No, Ian, excuse
Ian.
me. Tracy and Ian. This should be a good match.
All right. No, Tracy had that fast 2-0 in the first round, so I'm interested
She's been
to see
showing
how she goes.
that she's very aware of what she's doing with this game.
All right. Both kind of a slow start out of the gate.
Figuring out what they're doing.
Yeah, we've got a wild card on Ian's screen, so we'll see if he can maximize that.
Tracy's also got the rainbow piece. She can absolutely make a lot happen here.
Yeah,
It's a pretty natural combo.
She's got a lot to play with. They both combo, they're sending lines to each other, and that middle section is filling up quickly.
Oh my gosh, getting extremely close for Tracy.
Very close
She
to
has
the
a
edge.
very easy way to drop it right back down.
Yeah, and Ian,
Lots of yellows.
Ian's got a little bit of a quota lead. He's down to about 50, so
But
this
she's
could go
not-
to quota. But they're
Oh my gosh.
both. Ian is looking a little bit dangerous now.
Yeah, she's not giving him a lot of combo opportunities
really.
because of that garbage pattern.
Yeah, and there's that physical ability too, where it puts pressure right on those areas. All it takes is one to hit the bottom of the screen. So
Yes.
you may be giving Ian a little bit of combo potential, but you're also putting a lot of pressure on there. And just sinking down so close
Tracy's
to the
caught
bottom.
back up. She might actually
is
take the quota win
Almost-
herself.
Yeah, it is almost tied on quota.
Oh,
If Ian can get a
Ian
couple,
takes it right there.
Yes, very good. Couple of big clears at the end, and Ian was able to take that one. But
That's
he
a
had the
tight
knife at his
round
throat.
one.
The knife at his throat the entire round,
Yes.
or the entire first game.
Let's see if Tracy brings it back. I want to see her round 3 for once.
Absolutely.
Oh my gosh. Hello, our box.
Yeah, there's a lot coming down on Tracy's screen. There's some ice
Oh my
balloons.
gosh, if she
This could be over
can't
quick.
handle this, it will just
That is-
end on her.
She is clearing
She
the
needs
trash
to clear
away.
anything. Oh, she almost killed herself there.
Oh, very close.
Woo.
Those 3 blues in the middle are so tantalizing. And just
Wow,
you'd
what
hate-
a save.
You'd hate to lose that, and she has really put herself in a good position. But Ian on quota is so far ahead.
Yeah, oh my
I
gosh,
think
double.
I think Tracy is going to have to, almost going to have to put him at the bottom, but
She's going to have
halfway-
a miracle here.
Yeah, he's halfway up the screen. It looks like it's his game to lose at this point.
Completely. He's in a very difficult position to lose from, unless Tracy gets some wacky combo to,
Yeah,
to
and I
really
don't see a
push
lot.
him back.
I don't see enough of on her screen to really
She's
make that
pushing
big
some
of a combo.
combos.
She's
She
stacking
has-
everything up. She's stacking up.
She has the potential. Here comes another. Oh,
All right.
quoted out. Wow. Ian takes the win over Tracy. She's
right.
still in it, though.
Yeah,
One more bracket.
very good, very close.
Who do we have
Very good.
next?
Who is next?
I think it's Ethan and Chris, if I'm not mistaken. We'll find out. He's right behind us. He's poking. It's me.
It's you. Hey, Dylan and Kaylee.
All right, I am Dylan Smith joining Chris Delp.
Hey, everybody.
This is
Dylan.
if there are 3 names to be had on this broadcast, we could not be any more inaccurate than
What
it
is-
is right now.
Oh,
Wait, there it is.
A 3-card Monty. Hey, there we
Hey.
go. A very
There we
3-card
go.
Monty
We need to
of
tap.
Are we gonna?
There we go. Yeah.
Yeah.
What else do we get? The floss. I'm sitting down, so I can't do the floss.
I can't
dance.
fly. I mean,
Yeah.
I could.
Oh man, if we don't get transferred over quick, this one's gonna be over. Because Dylan's in a hurry. Dylan wants to be on this microphone much more than he wants
Dylan
to play the
wants
game.
to get back. Dylan wants to get another beer, and there's game 1. In
There
the
you go.
books.
We're getting the names correct later.
Yeah.
Because Dylan's already up 1 round.
That's how it felt for me against Kaylee, because Kaylee took me out very fast.
Yeah, and this is Kaylee playing against
This
him.
is Kaylee playing against Dylan, and Dylan is just.
Yeah.
Kaylee
it's,
definitely has her screen closer to the top earlier, but that we were talking about earlier, the power of that physical character, it just puts so much pressure on you early, and if you can't combo out, and that is a quick 2-0
Well, that
for Dylan.
was a quick 20-second break for Dylan.
Quick
Let's put it back on the
20
mic.
seconds. All right.
Man, that was a trudge.
And we almost missed it. That was how I kind of want to go tell Kaylee, like, that's how it felt when she beat me ever so quickly. But I think she
Got
knows.
a taste of her own
I think
medicine.
She knows she got a taste of her own medicine.
I
she'll
wouldn't
be
be
back.
surprised if I have to face her in grand finals again, though.
That's fair.
She's
That's
very
fair.
fast.
She is very fast. I was not prepared for that amount of speed.
Yeah.
It was vicious. She was like, yeah, sorry about this.
She
but
let
it's
herself
over.
get distracted, though, at that start of the round. They started chanting over here, and she
Oh,
stopped looking.
no.
And I didn't start it on purpose because of that. It
Sometimes the home field advantage can be a disadvantage.
absolutely.
And that's when it happens. Kaylee, one of the fine free play staff, and yeah, sometimes it's good to
That's
be where
the way the
everybody knows
cookie
your
crumbles.
Name. That is the cookie fully crumbled. But here's Ethan, here's Chris, character selection.
Chris picking his favorite, the Devil.
The Devil.
Oh, no?
Nope.
Strength?
Are we going to
Strong?
get a strength mirror match?
Well,
Strength-
yes.
Strength has really been really been putting the pressure on people tonight. So it's green-eyed strength versus yellow-eyed strength.
Chris is going to
And
show
Ethan is
his
about,
combos.
Yeah, Ethan is about to take a
A beating, for
big,
sure.
a
Oh, my
big
gosh.
beating. Yeah, this goes. He's got
Bam,
that
bam,
rainbow
bam.
piece. He's got that rainbow piece on the left.
Here
so
comes more. That'll put him right over.
Oh my gosh, he had that rainbow piece, but there was a blue in the way. He got those. Second, fourth, and sixth columns going down. He got
Yep.
those ice balloons.
Once Chris saw what he
Yeah.
had going, he
It was
just
like a
threw him
like
right
a
under
shark,
the bus.
like a shark.
Whoa,
sensing
Chris
blood.
is on the ropes now.
Chris is on the ropes. He is just throwing them up as quickly as he can.
Oh my
Ethan-
gosh.
Ethan's trying to keep those middle sections clear, but
He's got an opportunity here. He's
got
really
6
pushing
lines-
back.
He's got 6 lines about to come down, though. This might be
Oh
over.
gosh, Chris might have
very
just put
quickly.
himself out. There it was.
Wow. Oh my.
And around 3 for once.
Around
Oh
3.
my
Ethan
gosh.
Ethan, what a comeback that was! Like what
Match
a
point.
more victory. Chris, as you see, drop down, hit that C button, drop down some more balloons to play with because he wants to throw big haymakers over at Ethan.
So these ice block stages, the ones where it starts with ice on the screen, are more of the wild card stages. There's no clear way to actually clear them from the start. And I think they're actually randomly generated. They throw them in there in round 3 to really switch it up.
Yeah.
Chris,
here
of
comes
course,
Chris.
showing his organizational skills right there.
Right
Throws
there.
Ethan
Now,
down.
Chris knew he wanted to repeat game 1. He didn't want a repeat of game 2.
No.
And he
Oh my
definitely
gosh.
took that out there. It took a little longer, but he put it to bed, and that is what it was. Chris
Very
advances.
succinct victory.
Chris
I would
advances,
say.
and Ethan will see you in the losers bracket. I might see him in the losers
You
bracket.
probably will.
Which would
at
be
this
awful
rate.
because I will definitely. I will definitely.
Hey, maybe you picked something up from watching.
Maybe so.
I don't know.
One would think.
Well,
Yeah,
yeah, right.
we'll find out. We'll find out what happens.
Get some strategy tips.
I'm not going to put any money on myself, but you're more than welcome to. You're more than welcome to wager on me.
Hey, I'm a fan of the underdog
All right,
every time.
Whitfield and Arthur.
Arthur picking Fool. This might
Strength
not
on
go
Fool.
so well.
Not with strength.
If Whitfield gets some combos, Arthur's going to find himself in a very tricky spot.
But Arthur really
Starts up strong,
right
but
to the top of the screen.
look, see, there it is. He's got, oh my gosh, Whitfield, don't let this happen. Oh, thank
He's
goodness.
fighting back strong.
He was
but-
about to just lose right there. Wowee.
Yeah, and you can see how
Oh,
quickly.
there he goes.
Oh, look at
Top's
that.
over. He
Look
was
at
focused
that.
on the right side of his screen. Didn't
Very
see
much
the rest
so.
of it.
Yeah.
Oh my
And
goodness.
you can see on Arthur's screen, you can see before he got that win, you can see how quickly strength can put pressure on you by just filling up those little fingers of fate. Just dropping you down, because again, it only takes one to hit the bottom for you to be out.
Both players not really comboing this time around.
Just making quick matches, trying to keep it close to the top of the screen, gets that rainbow block.
Arthur up
Sends
ahead
some
on
lines over to
quota.
Whitfield. Whitfield's left
Whoa.
side is about to, very
Oh,
close.
good. He
But
caught
gets
it that time.
Huge, almost a huge combo, but
Yeah, you can
There
see
you
right
go.
here just how devastating it is to be picking Fool.
yeah.
Because immediately he's jumped ahead on quota.
Yep, and
Tops
there he
Arthur
goes.
out. Round
Just
3.
Tops him out.
Let's see what we've got.
You can see strength is the strong play today. Big rainbow block right at the beginning.
The strongest contender.
Yes.
Certainly. What a fitting name.
What a fitting, it's as if they planned it that way.
Must have been
It's
intentional.
as if they planned it that way. Versus the Fool.
Whitfield throwing some combos.
Absolutely. And
I actually
there's some-
don't know who's going to win this one.
There's
It-
some pain about to come Arthur's way, but he's clearing it out. Here, the kind of the middle right of the screen is looking a little dangerous for Arthur.
Oh, this is
Whitfield-
getting tricky for him.
Whitfield's close to the top, and not a lot of blocks there, not a lot of green, so he's got a
Whitfield's
lot of
keeping the pressure on.
big matches
Here it
potentially
comes.
to make. And here
Ooh,
it comes.
saves himself. He
So-
walked back away from the machine.
So
Come on,
close.
Arthur. Oh, just pick up those
Oh,
yellows.
and there we go.
Oh,
that
Whitfield
was
takes it.
that was a close.
He was
that was
so close.
a close game 3. Whitfield manages to take it out, and again, I gotta think character selection
Yes.
might have
big,
a little bit. I
big
don't.
factor here.
Yeah, when you've got two people that are evenly matched, or at least equivalent knowledge of the game, then yeah, sometimes your character selection can backfire on you. That time is just
Yeah.
having strength.
What I tend to try to do is focus on what my opponent's picking. And if they pick Fool or Devil, I'll pick it too.
Yeah,
Because I don't like being mean.
that's fair. Yeah.
I'll play the quota game. Because it's too mismatched. It's
Yeah.
really not
It's tough when
an
you
even
yeah
game
when your
at all.
opponent's giving you good blocks and you're turning those into just terrible
garbage.
matches.
Full on
yeah.
garbage.
Full
then
on garbage.
what do you do?
It's just going to
What
race
do
you to the
do?
bottom of the screen. Yeah, you don't do anything. What you do
You
is
lose.
you play you play as best as you can, and then you head over to the losers bracket.
This should be a good match. Jason versus Jonathan. Pong Master. Got to take that swig. Just waiting to get this game started. So there's an interesting thing about the character select screen. If you wait until the timer in the center shows the same amount as whatever character you have highlighted, and you press, I think it's C or D 3 times, 5 times, I don't remember exactly what the code was, then you'll get to select the boss characters
Oh, very cool.
from the game.
I haven't even been to the bosses yet, as you can tell. I haven't played this game much.
It's got the tower and some of the secret bosses and stuff.
Very cool.
They have
We've got-
similar patterns. There's only like one that's actually good,
Mhm.
I think. But fun facts.
Yeah, that is a fun fact.
Now we certainly aren't playing secret characters here
No,
because
this
we
is
don't
straight
want
up-
any shenanigans like that.
No crazy advantages or disadvantages, and a quick win by Jason.
Pretty
Jonathan
quick.
just
He let himself top over on that right
very
column.
kind of executive dysfunction. He was trying to go for something, couldn't get it. Meanwhile, Jason's just over there on the left making matches, just clearing balls, and Very simple, but now a
Jonathan's starting to drop some combos.
lot of junk coming over to Jason Screen right now, so we're going to see if he can dig himself out of this situation. It looks like he can. Not a lot of blue on his field, but there's a lot of yellow for the taking.
There it is. There's a combo. 3.
Big, 5 lines coming down.
Jason just tops out on that right column.
That is it.
Round 3. We're starting to see more round 3s.
Yeah.
All of a sudden, it just.
Everybody's got a couple games under their belt. They've got that competitive juice flowing.
I got to give credit to the seeding this time around.
Yep.
It's actually been pretty even for a majority of these matches.
Pretty great. Looks like we started out with some ice on the field. Jason's got his cleared. Jonathan does not. We'll see how that works out. Right now, if I was Jason, I might hit C a couple times here. Put a little something out there to clear.
I think he's trying to figure out his best way down through these pieces, though.
There's some
Not
more ice.
seeing it.
More ice on Jason's screens.
There he goes. Starting to clear some pieces.
Tougher. He's trying a little stuck on that left side there. Both guys kind of slow. Our quotas are still up at 130s, high 120s. A little jump coming over to Jason's screen.
Jonathan getting some stuff.
Very, don't want to say lackadaisical, but not very fast.
He's not in a rush.
Far. No,
I'll say that much.
They're not in a rush. There's no timer.
Both players got those rainbow pieces.
On the screen, they're both about to send each other some stuff.
Okay. Good patience on Jason's part.
Jonathan
This is actually going to pay off pretty well for him.
No, absolutely. There's a lot about to go on Jason's screen because those rainbow pieces are going.
Here's some combos.
There's 5 lines coming down on
that
Jonathan's
might do
screen.
it. There it is.
That does it.
That patience paid out for him. He got those combos.
A big combo. And again, I think part of that's patience. Jason had.
And he probably didn't see how to clear it before that either.
Jason showed patience. Jonathan let him in, let him have that time.
Absolutely.
You gotta keep that pressure on there. If you give them time, they will find a way to take you down. And that's what happened with Game 3. Is Jason was just able to those rainbow blocks were there for the taking. It could have been a lot worse. I saw a lot of. It was enough on the screen where that could have been worse. So Jonathan got a little extra breathing room, wasn't able to capitalize it, and Jason takes it.
He did his best.
Moves on. They both did their best.
They're still in it.
Yeah. At this point, if you're playing, you've done pretty good.
Absolutely, I agree. Hey, you're still in it.
I'm still. Oh my
gosh,
I'm still
in
it. That's crazy. I keep forgetting that I'm still in it.
This is going to be a really exciting match. Andy and Jerry. Jerry's very good at puzzle games. Also streams himself. He does like Zelda randomizer runs.
I love Zelda randomizer.
Have you heard of the Zelda Link to the Past? Or sorry, Link to
the
the Past Super Metroid randomizer?
Yeah, I saw that at the last GDQ. I watched that.
I love it. Oh my gosh.
That was so much fun. And they tagged out to it, which I thought was a great idea too.
It's so interesting. And what I love is they got like 2 hours in, they were right at the end, and they needed the Pegasus boots to beat Ganon's Tower, and they had to search for like an hour just to find it because they skipped a bunch of stuff.
Yeah.
You don't know where anything's going to be either.
And you don't know when you're going to need the needs on the. I watched the Zelda 1 randomizer race, and it was great. They almost raft locked themselves.
Oh my gosh!
Because Zelda was behind a raft. If you didn't get the raft, you were not going to get Zelda.
Wow.
But,
oh my gosh!
All right, big moves. They're both
pretty even
Got a little close to the screen. Jerry's cleared up a lot of his stuff, and Andy is very close to the end, clearing those yellows out of the way.
Andy's
a lot of
in
it
a tough spot
almost
here.
Just trying to throw stuff out of the way and breathe a little bit. Makes
He's trying.
Sometimes they're both low on quota.
This'll do it.
Jerry is
there.
absolutely Jerry's about to quota out, but managed to combo, send some junk over, and drop Andy to the bottom of the screen, and that is game 1 in the books.
Yeah, it looks like Andy just ran out of steam with his combos. Jerry was keeping the pressure on. He knows what he's doing.
Yeah, if he can get some early pressure on, then it puts a lot of you get a lot of breathing room. You can just kind of play your game, play a solid game because it's up to them to pull a big combo, set something up.
It's tough. Those columns come fast, especially if they're not where you need them to be, because it will ruin some combos.
Yeah, there's some lines coming to Jerry's side. Let's see what he can do with them. He manages to clear out some green. He's pretty close to the top of his screen.
Both players pretty even.
Pretty solid. Andy's ahead almost was ahead on quota, but Jerry just made that up quickly.
Ooh, big combo from Andy. Oh my gosh!
It just Jerry just pulled those yellow balls out and was clearing them as garbage was coming down, so he was ready for that.
Yep.
He almost welcomed the extra material to play with. You need
It'll
those
give him opportunities to catch up on quota here, but I think Andy's keeping up.
Andy is very close.
Well.
If he's
Jerry just can't find where to drop his stuff.
Yeah, there's a lot of pressure. There's a lot of space. There's that red on the
Greens.
left
Andy
looks
wins
good, but
through
Andy
quota.
gets it.
Going to round 3. Wow, Jerry left in the dust that
I
time.
know this round we're getting a lot of this last spate of matches. We're getting a lot of game 3s, and that's great. You get to see them work on
Good
each other.
mileage out
Gets
of
that
this.
green wild card right off the bat for Jerry.
Throwing some
Able to
combos
send
out
some stuff
to
down to
start.
Andy. Andy clearing up. He's got that big gap in the middle, so it's hard for him to make combos.
Ooh, good combo
If you
from
don't
Jerry.
have everything in L7 columns. There's some ice balloons on Jerry's side he's got to deal with.
Jerry's thankfully aware that most of his garbage is coming from the middle, so he's kind of focusing down that
Yeah,
area.
there's a big combo into the red, and
Ooh, free chain. Okay.
again, Andy's doing well, just kind of keeping things going, just keeping solid.
Ahead on quota.
Yeah, not a lot of room
Jerry's
for
got to find
spectacular
his way
plays,
through.
but just enough points to keep going there. He's got about a 20, 30-point lead on quota.
Jerry's trying to claw back, but I'm not sure he has the
Jerry,
speed to do
yeah,
it.
I think if he plays at this speed, he's just going to lose because he's got a lot of quota to make
8
up.
to go.
Neither of them
4.
are anywhere near the bottom.
There it is.
There's Andy.
Peace.
Steady pace. Kept his foot on the gas, and
Wow.
yeah, Jerry tried, but just wasn't able to do that. Once you get a lead, you just hold that lead,
It's
and Andy was able
extremely
to
hard.
hold that lead and just play consistent. And yeah,
Good
if
match,
you
though.
don't make mistakes, you make your opponent have to pull out something spectacular, and if they can't, then they don't win.
I think it's you.
Is it me? Oh my goodness!
I was right. Well, there he goes.
The
Let's
metal
see how
slug
he goes.
alarm is going off.
Uh-oh. I'm scared. I don't like the metal slug alarm. Oh no! Randos! Now we wait. Sadly. He's back. Yes! I have a friend.
Hello, hello.
Hello.
Christelle joining you briefly.
Welcome back.
Yes.
We got a
Just-
quick pick on Empress from Tommy.
Just in
Jason
between
on strength.
throwing people off a metal slug.
I might sound biased here, but I think Tommy's going to take this one.
I think you're right. Although
He's
we got strength
good
from
speed.
Jason. He's learning via watching.
Yes,
So.
learning by proxy. I'm trying to give him all the pro strats, all the tips and tricks. Oh,
Just needs
he's
to pick up
getting
the
dangerous
speed.
over there on that left
There we
column,
go.
though. Ooh, good combo. Let's see what he does here.
Just hang in there. He
He's
should be fine.
actually doing a very good job.
Yeah.
Tommy's got that wild card there on the left, but I don't know that he's using it right now.
You can win via a slow and steady burn here.
There we
with,
go.
with
Clears
strength.
it. Ooh, Jason goes down just on that left column.
There is
He
one
almost
more
had the
for
clear,
Tommy.
too. Oh. Pretty good round so far. Let's see. Clearly, he has picked up a bunch just from our first match. Let's see. Oh, my goodness. Big clears. He's keeping up, if not in quota, then at least in survival. But
Oh,
there he goes.
Yeah.
Tommy making quick work that time.
It was a good match for someone who has so little experience in the game.
For today being his first time, absolutely.
Yeah. Yeah.
Hey, you had a pretty good showing there.
I got beat.
You did, but hey.
I felt, you know, I never felt on keel. I tried playing. I'm like, I've seen so many good games with strength. I'm going to try strength. I was never able to get. I was trying to get. Even when I was trying to just get solid, like make a match, stay in it, I just for some couldn't find it. That first game, I got my A and my B buttons confused. I got a little flustered. And once you get off that pattern,
Oh,
you're
it'll
like,
totally
take,
mess you
give,
up.
take, give. And once you get off that pattern, and he did not give me any
No
possibility,
room. Absolutely.
no room whatsoever.
But you did survive pretty well, though.
Thank you.
For
Thank
your
you.
credit.
Game
That first
two-
round, you actually did quite well.
Thank
I
you.
would say.
Yeah, game two felt better than game one. Game one is definitely I threw myself off there, but game two I thought I had a chance and just
Ray
got beat
Whitfield
fair and
here.
square.
This is a pretty
Yeah, we
quick
got a
match just at the
strength mirror
gate.
match.
Lots of matches going down already. Ray with a 3 combo puts the pressure on Whitfield, but he's
Whitfield,
running
a lot
out
of pressure.
steam.
He's real close to the bottom. Got rid of those ice balloons. That's good.
Ray's not sure where to go.
He's
Gets
got
a
a
free
lot of-
combo there.
Got a lot of red and green to kind of fill up. Got that
Oh.
rainbow block on the right if he can live long enough to take advantage of it. But he's got to clear out some red and some
Ooh,
blue.
this is getting extremely close for Ray to take it.
Yeah, and Whitfield actually has had the advantage
One
on
off.
quota. Now they're tied.
Oh,
He's got the advantage.
big
Oh,
clear.
big move.
That
Big
puts him
move.
ahead on quota.
Not a lot coming down, but it looks like it might go down to quota. And if it does, it's going to be Whitfield.
Well, Ray's got that wild card there. That might put him ahead
He's
if
got-
he just
if
knows to
he
clear
can,
it.
he's
There he
got
goes.
Blues. He's got, there
That's
we go.
big.
That was
Puts him
very
back even.
good save because I thought that could have been done at
Oh,
any
it
moment.
was extremely close.
Very
cuts
close.
off his-
And the quota's so close.
There, he's just got to keep going.
Yeah, if Whitfield can just make some, I don't even know
He
if
just
he
needs 6.
I don't know if he's aware of the
Whitfield has it right
of
here.
the quota because
There it is.
Ray is trying. There we go.
Extremely
I
close.
thought Ray was going to be able to sneak in there and take that one. That was so
Wow.
close at the end.
Tight round 1. Let's see how this one goes. Green pants versus yellow pants. Which one is superior?
They do it. They're beating their fists in time with each other, so they're on the move. We got some ice on both screens, but that big rainbow block takes out all that blue. And it's gonna
I'm
make
partial
it.
to green pants, personally.
I green, but green's more my color.
Yep.
But you know they both have an equal shot. Although Whitfield so close to the bottom, now sending some junk over to Ray's side. They were both a couple rows away from disaster, and now they're back
Yes.
up in it. Quota
Ray
race kind of
doesn't
slow.
have a lot
They're-
to go through here. Whitfield
Yeah.
has a big clear, and he's back at the top of his screen. Hopefully Ray sees his way
yeah,
out.
Ray's about to send some stuff to Whitfield, but Whitfield is
He's
just
eating
turning
it
it into
out.
more points. Their quota's down both about 80.
Goodness.
Yeah,
Ray's
Ray's
just
got
sorting
that.
his stuff. He's
Ray's
got to
got
figure
that
it out.
full screen, and he's about to
Ooh,
get
this is
more. That
Probably
is
going to. Oh, that puts
very
him on the back
close.
foot.
There's a lot of blue he can clear out there.
There's a free combo. He just
Got
has
some
to
ice
see
in
it.
the middle.
There's
Whitfield
one.
is definitely sticking in, but they're so close on quota.
Whitfield's
They're about
really
down to about
pushing on him.
40.
He's keeping the pressure up.
Some more stuff going out of Whitfield. They keep throwing each other stuff, but they're both familiar with strength enough that they're just
Ray's
turning
got
it into
a
into
lot of
points.
good stuff to clear here. He just has to see it.
Yeah, Ray could win that quota race right about now. Is down to single digits.
Oh, there it is.
One
Ray
more,
takes
and
round
there
2.
it goes. He was about to take a big hit
On to round
and
3.
managed to sneak in, take that quota win.
A much healthier round for Ray there. Didn't quite get down to the wire. Let's see how this round goes.
There's some ice. There's some rainbow blocks. There's potential for
Ray pops
big
it right
early
at the start.
scores.
This is going to give Whitfield a pretty healthy advantage if he just clears it, if he sees it.
Yeah, Ray's just got a nice, simple couple colors. Trying to clear
There
that
goes
out.
that.
He's about
Free
to get some more.
combos. Okay.
About to get some more love from Whitfield.
He just has to figure out how to move these pieces. Oh my
He's got to
gosh.
get that ice out of the way. There's so much there to work with if he can do
That's
it.
a
But
decent
Whitfield
combo.
is throwing the constant pressure on him.
Yes.
About to throw some lines at him. And
I got to give
yeah,
Whitfield a lot of credit. He's very good at keeping his pressure up here on Ray.
absolutely. Both these guys, neither of these guys are getting flustered at this point. They see
Ooh, big combo from
they
Ray.
see balloons and
It's
down to
gonna do
Whitfield
some
again.
damage.
They know. I think the familiarity with the strength. They know where it's coming, and so you're not throwing them off their game.
Yep.
But Whitfield again, dangerously close to the bottom. Quota's down about 50, so this game is going to end soon, regardless of what happens. But that right side of
Ray
the
is
screen,
in danger.
very.
And Whitfield,
skating
I don't
close
think he
to the
sees
end.
it. He didn't
I
see
don't think
it.
he does. No.
I don't think he did. Wow, Ray takes it. Pushes him right to the loser's bracket.
Yeah, that might be
Oh
one of
my
the longest rounds we've had this whole tournament.
Probably. Well, I think Ray is my next opponent, if I'm not mistaken.
Could be.
Could
I don't
be.
know.
Not certain.
Guess I can just
We
put
can,
this
if
button
you
here
scroll to the right,
to the
scroll up,
right.
you can click and drag.
Yeah, there we go.
Right.
On Marco and Chris and
Wait, Did Ray win
Ian.
that? I thought Ray won.
I don't know. Did Ray?
We've got Kaylee and Jason.
Kaylee and Jason.
Yeah, I thought Ray won that last match, if I'm not mistaken. Can we have our TO check on that? Unless I was totally mistaken. I could have been backwards.
I thought Ray did too. I thought Ray, but Can't remember because we've got a big.
We'll have a second look on the bracket here in a little bit.
Yeah.
But right now, this
We'll send
match
it- we'll
is
send it to the booth.
intense.
That is
Kaylee
intense,
gets a
and
great
Kaylee,
combo there.
Just look at that. It was,
But look at that quota.
yeah.
They were
That quota score
Wow,
went down. That
close.
was a lot of progress made in a short period of time. Did Ray win the last round? Ray over Whitfield, I believe. Okay.
okay, because the bracket was showing the other way around.
Yeah.
All right, Jason in a dangerous position here.
Definitely,
Just
again,
gotta
and
keep
playing
it
with
up.
strength too. That's not. It's been an advantage tonight, but it's not an automatic
Wow.
win, as I can tell you.
Kaylee
And there's
takes a quick
Kaylee with a
match
quick
there.
2-0.
So you could see Kaylee's character, instead of sending 3 columns that are tightly bunched, she sends 2 columns closest to the edges that kind of push down it evenly.
Yeah.
It gets tough to deal with that
That's
speed.
tough. Kaylee's record against people named Jason, very good tonight.
Yes.
I think her strategy for next time maybe just be bring more Jasons
Yeah, right.
and play against them.
Up next, we've got Andy and Tracy.
Tracy, yeah. See if Tracy can keep that momentum going.
All right. Got a quick little peek at our beautiful, beautiful
Get to see
faces.
us. What up?
What up? Cheesing. You know how it is.
I do not know how it is. I'm so old. But hey, now I do. I've learned a thing. I've learned a thing at Puzzle Night.
It's just when you make a face at the camera.
Oh, okay.
Because you say cheese.
Ah, it's a verb now. I get it. I get it. All right. Tracy going for that fast start.
So I guess in
Andy's
this case,
staying in there.
these characters would be ballin', right?
I think, yeah. I think this game 1 of this round is.
Oh my gosh,
It's
Tracy
lit.
with an
Tracy
intense
is
combo.
sending a huge amount, and again with strength, when you send, the more lines you send, the more trouble you put them in.
And he's on the ropes, but he's
Immediate
got an
pressure.
easy clear.
Oh, he
my
had.
goodness.
Tracy did not give him the chance to make that clear. That
Oh,
blue,
that pressure.
blue one was just right there for the picking. That could have turned things around, but sometimes it just takes one move.
I'm just not sure he saw it. It just takes awareness of
Yeah.
your playfield.
It's a little thing called total situational awareness.
He's got it that time. Tracy really killing it with these
Tracy's
combos,
sending
but
a
Andy's sending him
lot.
right back.
It's very close. This might. Well,
Ooh,
I was
this
about to
is
say
tricky.
oh,
Wow.
I was about
There was
to.
just so much
I
going.
was about to predict this one go to quota. Tracy was like, "Nope,
Taking
I'm going
it
to make you
real
a fool.
fast.
I'm just going to knock this one out and go back to what I was doing."
Yeah, right
that
there
is
you
what
see
she
that
was
combo
able to
potential
do.
from strength to just overwhelm your opponent
Absolutely.
completely.
If you're not ready for it, if you're not prepared, I mean, you almost have to, when you see lines coming, you almost have to just get yourself in one of those open spot positions and just throw something up there just to get it out of the way.
Absolutely. Or just stack specifically in the off columns.
Mm-hmm.
I would think that's probably the only way to really mitigate what might come
Seems
to
like
you.
it, yeah. Yeah, especially when it's, getting 5-6 lines in a row. I mean, you
Yeah.
don't see that a lot, but when you do, you're probably not going to see much more.
Right.
And that's what Tracy was able to do, is just fire that out at him.
Here comes the laser cannon. All right, Tommy and Ethan. I like this matchup. Tommy again going with his favorite, Empress versus Strength. People have figured out the meta game
Yeah,
with our Strength picks.
very strong strength character.
A strong showing from
A
Strength.
strong showing from Strength, as one would expect from the name. Strength.
How fitting.
Quick combos, but they're both sending lines over to each other. Ethan's got a lot to work with as Strength, which again, as you know, turns that into pressure if he can combo that over to Tommy, but Tommy's just keeping it up, that right side of the screen, clearing that out.
There's some combos from Ethan, but it's not a ton.
Yeah, they've reached that first third. Oh, Strength just sent some stuff over. And
That
that was fast. That was fast. Tommy's
Pushed it.
trying to do some damage control, and Ethan's like, nah, I'm not going to give you that much time.
Nowhere to go.
We're right into game 2.
Ethan opening up strong with a good 3 combo.
As again, and
Here comes
and
another one.
Strength's such a good.
And another
Tommy,
one.
Tommy throwing some big combos back at him, though.
Ethan is just pushing
But
hard.
look
on
how
this.
quickly those
Wow.
lines can. Look how quickly that can turn around.
What a strong round
Yeah,
from Ethan.
you
Oh
think
my gosh.
you think you've got it, and then just suddenly, yeah, the way Strength goes, just pushing all those lines right down at you, right in the middle, and before you figure out what to do, there's nothing left to do because you lost.
That pressure will push you right over, especially at that speed. If you're not clearing things while those lines are coming,
Yeah.
you are gonna lose.
Yeah, you need to be thinking ahead when Strength is coming at you. You need to be at least two more steps ahead,
Yes.
because you know where it's coming. You know it's going to come fast, and there's going to be a lot of it. And yeah, no, the people who've been able to deal with Strength have been the ones that have
really excelled. I think.
Looked the best in this tournament. That's
Yeah.
the meta
Ooh.
game for tonight is definitely strength. Are we?
Up next, we've got Raid and Kaylee, it looks like. Should be interesting.
All right.
My bet is on Kaylee this round. She's shown that she's fast. She's very fast and she can combo.
She is very fast.
I'm not sure that
Can
Ray
confirm.
has the speed to keep up here. But
It'll be
I've been
interesting.
surprised
But he's
before.
got- and
I
he's
would
got-
like to see a very close game from
And
these
again,
guys.
he's got strength, so he's got that powerful character. But Kaylee's got so much speed that I don't know if giving her all those lines near each other is a good idea. Look at that, just firing stuff over. 6 lines about to drop down on Ray, and Ray is struggling. He gave it a shot, but was not able to stay in there.
Against the juggernaut Kaylee.
Kaylee is a speed demon.
That's right.
So that is, she
If
will just throw jabs and throw jabs and throw jabs. The next thing you know, you're on the ground counting the lights.
And if
Look
she
at that,
thinks
just
you
sending
have a
those
chance
quick
against
combos
her,
over.
she's just going to send you an extra shot of Jaeger.
That's part of that home field advantage.
Yes.
There's a big yellow combo if Ray finds it. Did not on that one. You got to get 3 vertical before. There you go. That could have been bigger, and I think Haley's going to take advantage of that. Ray is slightly ahead on the quota game, though.
He's got strength, so strength doesn't normally win on quota, so
Yeah,
he's doubly good.
it's a very good situation. Got that that rainbow block, cleared out all those greens. Now is Kaylee, I was about to say struggling a little bit, but not really struggling. Just took what Ray gave her and is sending it right back at him. And Ray is very close to a victory on quota here, which again, like you said, doesn't happen much with strength. But they're both pretty close to the top of the screen. Ray's sending some stuff down to her. With 4 left to go in his quota, and that is it.
I think if I need to see anything new from Ray, it's sometimes you have those blocks of 4 that are all lined up, ready to go, especially with an opponent like Kaylee's using. I forget what the name of that character is. If you just pull those 4 down, put them right back down, it'll extend your combo and send a bunch of extra nonsense over to your opponent.
Yeah.
That's how I can play while texting and doing selfies and stuff.
I cannot, but
I can no longer in this tournament if I want to keep being in this tournament.
that's fair. Hey, when you're up at that level, you owe your opponent nothing less than your very best. There's some line sending. They're sending stuff over to both sides. Both keeping it up at that top half of the screen. So they're trying to keep themselves out of danger. They know how quickly they can send stuff to each other. Ray dealing with a little bit. Those little fangs coming down the bottom of the screen. That was it. Kaylee with a quick sent it all over. Ray was unable to deal with the garbage.
Way
and
to go, Kaylee.
Kaylee moves on.
All right, our top 8 continues with Tracy and Ethan on deck.
All
Hopefully
right.
they're getting ready. I can see them in the background. There they are.
Good. I see her.
Crushing
I see
skulls
Tracy.
here.
Take that, Pac-Man players.
That's right.
That's what you get. You get your head
That game has more pop-offs than any game in this arcade. I'm sure you've already figured that out.
pop-offs. I
Yeah,
don't know
just
what that-
yelling.
Oh, okay. I thought you were like an actual piece. I saw the magnetic Pong over there. That was
Yeah, it's an EM machine. It was the first of its kind, actually.
Really?
We beta tested it here
that is very cool.
a few months ago. And then, of course, J-Pong, Jonathan Kim, he won the world championship that we had with the creator of this version of Pong.
Very cool. Very cool.
If you really want to trip, go back to the Unticket archives and listen to the Hardlines explanation of that Pong, which
I've heard about that, and I haven't seen. I haven't
heard it. Yeah.
Yeah, I follow them all on Twitter, but I hadn't heard the bit.
That was swift.
Quick
Ethan
one.
has a date or something.
Yeah,
What's going on?
Usually, when you see a quick win in a Tracy match, it's Tracy with the win, but she loses game 1 while we're yammering about sports radio, and we're gonna have to pay attention to this one because this one could be over quick. Ethan with strength, the popular metagame choice today, singing all over Tracy, doing a little better with this one, keeping it close. Stuff now. Ethan is sending a lot over to Tracy, and Tracy's just keeping up with it, but she is was a little bit lower. Now she's picking it up. Ethan's about to send a few lines to, boy, they're both just getting in and out of trouble quicker than we can respond to it.
Yes.
And there we go. Ethan just manages to slide 1 extra line in on Tracy, and that is a quick 2-0 win. Not quick, but, for a Tracy match, that was.
Right. Anytime you get past Tracy.
No, Tracy is relentless, so that was That was a great top 8 performance.
I don't think Tracy's won a puzzle night before, although she's won some of our pinball tournaments
Okay.
before. Up next, we have Dylan off the mic.
All right, Dylan off the mic and onto the machine.
I don't know if his opponent knows, though. Ah, Marco Polo. Hold on.
Where is Marco? Donde está Marco?
All right.
All right,
Marco's ready.
Marco has been alerted.
I
Let's
d-
see if this is an advantage for Dylan being at the machine first. He's had a few seconds to center his thoughts, get his hands on the machine.
See, Marco's here every single day, but I don't know if he knows exactly who Dylan is. So he doesn't know enough to be afraid.
To be very afraid.
That
Well,
may get him an extra 4 seconds of gameplay.
maybe, because Dylan goes strong up front, both playing strength and filling
8,
his
9,
screen with
10.
balls. This
10
is
reactions. Will she survive?
this is
Yes, barely.
boy, giving it the college try. Very, very impressive recovery from that because Dylan knew his game plan straight off, and Marco able to roll with the punches there, and but not forever. Not forever. Got pretty low on quota.
Yeah, no,
But Dylan was able to pull that one against strength. Strength is great if you can put that pressure on your opponent.
Marco played really well. So
That was
he's
very
still got
good.
a puncher's chance, let's call it.
Yeah. No, he lasted longer than he could have after that first big combo from Dylan. And but this one looks like it. Oh, yep.
And there we go.
Yep. Second,
All right.
second verse faster than the first. And Dylan advances. Good job by Marco, but Dylan,
Hello, hello.
Dylan,
I'm
welcome back. Hey.
Thank you.
Hey, saw you won a game of Magical Drop 3.
I did.
How's that working out for
It's
you?
feels good.
That's pretty
feels good.
good. Strength remains the great metagame choice for tonight.
Absolutely.
And
Absolutely.
that first game, he was able. You got that first flurry you threw at him. So I saw it. You filled your screen, sent a lot of lines over to him. He was able to put it back at you.
He did. He actually held his own very well, but as soon as he got flustered, which he did get flustered.
Did he?
He was talking over there next to me.
We didn't see the fluster,
Trying
but
to
that was
cracked me up. But yeah, as soon as he heard that chime get
Yeah.
higher and higher, he went, "Oh no!"
Oh boy, there's nothing worse than that sound cue coming at you. Like, oh, this is.
He did have.
Good.
He was fast though,
Yeah,
and that's really what's important in this game. You have to be fast.
gotta
Those
go
little
fast.
mistakes though will kill you every time.
Gotta go fast. Well, here is Chris and Ian.
Both pick an Empress.
Yeah, you get a nice up close and personal scouting at your next round opponent.
Ian's showing some speed here.
Absolutely, you have to
Whoa,
against
Chris with big combos.
Chris nearly cleared the screen, but Ian doesn't. It doesn't even look like it. Ian is really.
These guys are
just,
very close here in this match.
Yeah,
Ooh,
that's coming
Ian just
down. Yeah,
couldn't handle it.
Ian just kind of let it slip down.
He just couldn't find his next move.
Yeah, there
And
weren't a lot of
that's what'll do it.
there weren't a lot of great moves. But
Right.
sometimes you just have to make the good moves, or you just have to make.
You
the
just have to
moves.
make a move.
Yeah, if
honestly.
you just sit and wait, Chris is not going to let you just sit and wait and think about it.
Absolutely
Chris
not.
is going to beat you and then go back to texting and take
and
a selfie.
running around
And
yeah,
running around.
doing his TO thing.
Doing Chris things, yes.
Yes.
Up to Chris business.
Crisky business.
Ha. I see what you did there.
Ooh,
And,
Ian
look at
eats
that.
It again.
We see what,
oh
we
my
see
gosh.
what Chris did there. And Chris
Wow.
did basically the same. He has his strategy down, and it worked out 2 times against Ian. Ian put up a good fight. But yeah, Chris just relentless, just pushed it down in there.
A very succinct victory.
Yes. Not a lot of wasted motion there. Just
No, absolutely
just-
not. He saw his moves and he took them.
Just throw some lines out there and make it over.
Yeah, you can see exactly how as soon as you start to falter, it's just going to come bearing down on you if the other player sees it.
Yeah, if they don't, they're not going to let you. They're not. Very rarely, as we've seen tonight, are they going to let you back in
Right.
to a match. So it looks like we've got Ian and Kaylee.
No, we're going to have Whitfield and Ethan.
Whitfield and Ethan. Okay.
Yes.
All right.
Well, Marco Polo. Excuse me,
Marco Polo.
I misspoke. Marco Polo and Ethan.
All right.
So my previous opponent.
Yes.
We're coming up
Excellent.
on. This is semifinal, losers semifinals.
Loser semis. All right. Ethan going with strength. And who's on the right? Empress on the right?
That is Empress. Yes.
Empress, a popular second choice. This is kind of your top 2 decks. If we were playing a card game, but we were playing a puzzle game.
Well,
And-
it's a puzzle game with cards.
Oh, that's a
'Cause
good
they're
point.
tarot
Because they're
cards.
tarot cards. They are
Yeah.
cards playing a puzzle game.
Exactly.
And
That's
Ethan,
a
Ethan
very
just
astute
putting-
observation.
Thank you. I didn't expect to make any astute observations tonight, but hey,
Hey, you know what?
first time for everything.
Absolutely. Everybody has a chance to shine,
Everybody has
especially
a-
with Magical Drop.
Yes. Magical Drop 3. That's where
Specifically.
the shining really. Oh, big attack.
The shining really happens.
Big
Well, that
attack by strength.
I wouldn't be too excited about the shining, though.
Aw,
That's a scary time.
that is a very scary time. You don't want to wake up there. And boy, Ethan has just put the pressure on Marco
Wow.
all game. And
Yeah.
with his quota down at about 20, I mean,
Ooh, it might just go
Marco-
to quota.
to
Marco's
Marco-
mitigating
yeah, to
very
Marco's
well.
credit is
One away. There
one
it is.
away. There we go. And as Chris was saying earlier when you were off the mic, you do not see a lot of games with strength go to quota, and yet here we go. Ethan wins with quota
Yep.
by a fairly comfortable 34-point lead.
Well, and
So we're going to see
that
what
it did
happens
go to
next.
quota should speak to Marco's credit,
Oh.
especially because it's so hard to find those clears.
Absolutely,
as
especially
that
with strength.
opponent.
Yeah, especially with strength because they give you in a very specific pattern. They put you on a very short
It's
clock,
so
just
awkward.
like that.
He
Just
eats it right there.
like that. You get that short clock.
Ethan
with
moves on to
strength.
losers finals, so we
Mhm.
should have Ian versus Kaylee up next.
Ian versus Kaylee.
Yep, we're just waiting on
Where
Kaylee
we're
to get
at.
done doing her job.
Yeah. She has two. She has two jobs to do. One she gets paid for, and the other one where she just goes to work on her poor opponents,
Yes.
as I can confirm, because that was rough. It's
She's
in
very
a rough
good.
in a good way. She's
She's
very,
good at both jobs.
She was very polite about it. Yes, she was very polite. She mops the floor, and then she mops the floor with me.
She just
I
keeps
assume-
going.
I
She just
assume-
keeps going.
I assume somebody mops the floor. I'm not saying it has to be her. They probably take turns, and that's okay.
Hey, to their credit.
Yeah, to their credit. Look,
High Priestess versus the Empress.
more hands makes less work.
True that. Well, we've got books versus whips, I guess.
Knowledge versus bondage.
Yep.
And Kaylee again off to one of her trademark fast starts.
Ian, though,
Yeah,
also
Ian's
showing a
rolling
very
with it.
strong beginning. Kaylee's got
Rolling with
nothing
it.
to use up here.
Yeah, Ian's got a really good board if he can clear it, and he's definitely getting up there, throwing 6 lines back
This
at
is a
Kaylee.
good match.
Yeah, this is back and forth. The quota is dropped below triple digits. And we may see a quota. They've got those fangs on the either side of Ian's screen, very close to the
Well, a
bottom.
little
If he can
slowed
clear some
down
of that stuff out.
for both players.
Kaylee has a lot of breathing room and is not letting up on the pressure on Ian. And again, is very close on.
Quota,
quota,
absolutely.
Ian-
Ian gets a big chunk out of his way. Kayla gets that rainbow piece. There's a lot of her board, but
Big,
let's
just
see if she can just
slight
hang in
lead
there.
Because if it goes down to quota, they're
Ian's
playing
just
somebody
barely ahead. Oh,
yeah.
they're dead even.
dead even. Somebody has to quicken their pace.
Someone just needs
Kaylee
to
with a
clear
quick
anything.
quota lead.
Kaylee takes it right there. Oh my
Wow,
gosh.
that was
3 away.
Amazing. That is
What a combo.
possibly the closest quota match we've seen all night.
That
by 3
is.
points.
That
That has to. That
absolutely
has
is.
to be.
The next one was 6, I think.
Yeah.
And that was Ray,
Oh,
I
just
believe.
speed on Kaylee's side, but Ian just able to keep rolling with those jabs.
Yeah.
And yeah, Ian's about to throw or
Big
about
combos
to
from Kaylee.
receive a lot right there. But again, Kaylee keeps throwing in quick combos. Ian just keeps turning them into points and shipping them right back. But Kaylee has that quick quota lead. About to send some
Ian
lines
gets
over.
His wild card.
No, Ian very good, able to clear a lot of his board before those lines came down, and it is
Still
almost neck
so
and neck. But
even.
that on that
Oh,
right
what a
side,
pickup.
almost snuck right, just marched down to the bottom
Those
of the screen.
columns are dangerous.
And that is
Takes it.
again,
Wow.
boy.
Kaylee and Ethan are in the losers finals.
Yeah.
I think, are we going to do losers finals next or winners? Winners. Here we go.
All right, here comes Dylan. Dylan versus Chris. Somebody will be banned from this building by the end of the game. What is up? Arthur joining
Not
in
much.
as both of my co-hosts have to play each other. See, I made sure I wouldn't be in that position by losing as quickly as possible.
I mean,
But-
almost as quickly. I accidentally got a win in losers bracket,
Yeah.
despite my strongest intentions.
Boy, yeah, Kaylee I got a win in the winner's bracket, and then Kaylee just took me to school, showed me where I was. But this one,
Well,
Dylan and
she's
Chris, this is
top
going to
4
be
right now, so
this is
very
going to
strong
be,
player.
and both of them, Dylan dropping down a little bit lower when they both fill their board with, fill their screen with balls at the beginning there, trying to get that extra combo. They're just fool on fool, which you don't see ever really, and they're shooting down, and yeah, Dylan took on that extra risk at the beginning of the match, throwing down extra balls for those extra combos, and they were just right at each other as quickly as possible. But Dylan's gamble took off as they're just throwing combos at each other. Dylan so close to the bottom, but he's able to clear that out, get a big combo. Chris very close. This is not one I expect to go to quota. Chris, again, digging himself out of imminent danger, but not enough. One line on the left-hand side was just enough, and Dylan advances.
That was the fastest match all night, I think.
That was one of the fastest. That was one of the fastest, yes, best
Oh,
matches.
wow.
If we watch that over on slow motion, we would learn so much because both those guys. And again, that C button, you don't see the C button much all tournament. You saw a lot of C button from both of those guys, and you see what that can do.
He's going to offer to pass back to Dylan.
I was to say, yeah, one of these guys has to come back over, or they don't have to. Arthur,
I mean, I'm perfectly comfortable here.
Arthur,
but
you're great.
Thank you.
I don't want
appreciate
you
it.
to think that I don't appreciate you. But
As far as this tournament goes, though, I mean, I like Magical Drop. Do I know enough to speak eloquently about it? No, not so much.
I mean, that's what I thought, and then now I'm here, so.
Oh, you're doing a great job, though.
Well, thank you. Well,
Yeah.
see, everybody, look, it's Magical Drop is so good that who can't just speak eloquently about it, especially as we wait. So who we've got, so Dylan is waiting for the winner of the losers bracket. Looks like we've got Kaylee and Ethan will go next. They will face Chris to come out of the losers bracket.
Yes.
So we've got 3 contenders. Chris, I'm sure, would love a almost immediate rematch against Dylan. But he's going to go the speed of Kaylee and the strategy of Ethan. It is anybody's match coming up to this, but are they going to be mentally tired from a match against each other? Especially, again, Kaylee is so fast that, like, let's say you're Ethan, you win against Kaylee. Do you have the mental capacity left to take on Chris, who is, again, a great player, a very strategic player, and he is hungry for that rematch against Dylan. So let's see what we've got.
All right, Ethan versus
All
Kaylee
right,
coming
Kaylee's
up
come from around the bar. Going with her High Priestess. She enjoys it. Their strength, this character we've seen just really topping out this metagame. So we'll see if the speed of Kaylee versus the strength of strength. And Kaylee definitely throwing some lines over there early. Again, the speed game of Kaylee cannot. When you watch it, when you've played against her, it is lightning fast speed. You don't have time to think or react, and she takes you out. So there's a lot of lines coming down towards strength. Ethan, to his credit, is clearing them out almost as fast as they come, because there goes. It just takes one, and then you lose. So going into game 2, Kaylee's just going to try that again. She's got that wild card on the left. Ethan's got a red wild card on the right, so we'll see who can dig that out first.
What
Take
does the
advantage
wild
of it.
card? Well, that was fast.
Well, that
wow.
was very fast. I didn't even see that one. I didn't even see that loss happen. My goodness, we go immediately to a game 3. She tore her book in half. In game 3, we've got those ice balloons on the board. That's going to throw a little bit of a wrench in, but I think they're fine. Kaylee sending some lines over early. Ethan, with just a little bit of pressure, is able to clear some of that out. And Kaylee's just back and forth, just making some easy casual matches. Dealt with a few lines. Ethan has some garbage coming his way. Whole line of red at the top. We'll see if he can clear that out in time to do something with it. But I don't know. It is a little bit lower to the bottom than Kaylee is. Kaylee just shooting stuff back and forth.
Kaylee quite a bit further on the quota as well.
Absolutely.
And Kaylee takes it. Ethan falls off the edge.
Ethan falls off, and that was all Kaylee. That game 3 was all Kaylee. Good job by Ethan making it last. And here we go, Chris and Kaylee with our losers bracket final. Again, Dylan just waiting in the wings for whoever comes out of this one. We've got the strategy and experience of Chris. We've got the lightning fast speed of Kaylee. And Chris going with strength, going with the meta favorite. Kaylee's High Priestess, though, I don't know if she just likes her, if that works with her play style. Boy, they're both sitting a lot over each other immediately. And it looks like Kaylee is taking an early drop, so close to the bottom. Got those ice balloons. Gets those cleared out, but that is, oh boy, and that just a lot of pressure. You can go fast, but you can only go so fast. There just weren't a lot of alleys, a lot of avenues out of that situation that Chris put her in. And it looks like he is starting right where he left off at the end of the game 1, because Kaylee is just kind of on her back feet now, throwing some lines over at Chris. Chris is going to have to dig his way out of this one. This might go to a game 3. as Kaylee is really, oh, there
Oh,
we go.
fast.
Kaylee just
Everything's
able to,
fast.
Yeah, gotta go
It is
fast.
hard to keep up with this
Gotta
action.
go fast. It really is. But my gosh, Kaylee was on her game on that game, and now we go to game 3. We go to the rubber match. And Kaylee's a little bit more on her screen than Chris. Chris, not using that C button strategy that he used with Dylan. Kaylee's got that wild card on the left. Can she survive long enough to use it? Can she dig out a yellow to use it? Nice clear there, and just, boy, she is trying to hang it. Again, her speed is really helping her stay in this one, but Chris is throwing some pressure on her. Strength, again, throws a lot of pressure on when he makes lines come at you. And, yeah, we're only about halfway through on the quota, though. Kaylee clears a lot of real estate on her screen, but here comes some more. She's going to have to make some quick matches, though.
Free combo, pretty good.
Yeah, definitely keeping out of trouble as they get down to about 50 on quota. This match might go to quota, and if it goes to quota, Kaylee is slightly ahead. Oh, and able to take it out, just slips one past Chris, and it is Kaylee moving to the finals against Dylan.
So Dylan is in the winner's bracket, so Kaylee has to defeat him twice.
Has to beat him twice. All right.
Dylan only needs the one win, however.
All right. One match win from victory for Dylan. Kaylee fought her way with her speed. And again, this is going to be very similar to the Kaylee versus Chris match. Sending some stuff over early. Dylan, I think, put a little burden on himself early. We'll see what happens. There's a lot of garbage ready to come at the last person to make a move, and it looks like it comes down on Kaylee's screen. And
wow.
There we go.
It just kept dropping.
Just what a volley, and Dylan was able to hit that last smash and send it over to Kaylee, drop her to the bottom of the screen as we go into game 2. And Kaylee again with that speed. That's the thing with someone like Dylan. If you think you're sending him garbage, you're just sending him ammunition, just sending it right back over. But Kaylee pops those ice balloons. She's got some blues in a good situation if she can get something to play with. Oh, just straight down though. She's gonna have to work faster than her normal quickness, as there is definitely a threat coming down. But Dylan not a lot on his screen to send over there. He's sending a few lines over. Can Kaylee mitigate?
no.
Couldn't mitigate that damage. One snuck by on the left.
And Dylan takes the tournament.
Dylan takes the win in the tournament.
Let me put him back on the microphone for you.
Hey.
So you can have a few words with our champion, Dylan.
All right, Dylan. Dylan, come on back here.
I'm back.
Hey, Dylan, welcome back. You were gone for a real long time.
I was.
You had
I
to
was
play.
lost in the sauce.
You had to play a lot of matches.
Just a few.
Just a few. You had a big styles clash. You had to go against Chris first, and you two played
Yes.
a lot of similar styles. I saw in that match with Chris. You both kind of hit that C button strategy. Fill it up.
Fill it up.
Fill
down as much as you can out of that combo,
Mhm.
and then see what you get.
Yeah. But then
Chris
when
and I talked beforehand
Yeah.
and said, okay, what character are we going to play?
I
Because
saw
we were going to do the
rare
mirror match.
The rare fool-on-fool mirror match.
Yeah, I was like, let's do a quota match.
Yeah.
Let's go with Fool. And I guess, unfortunately, he just got overwhelmed. And I almost lost that match, too. So
That was really close. That was
Yeah.
back and forth. It could have gone either way. And
absolutely.
And then you go from Chris, and then you take a few matches off. You have to watch, and then Kaylee with her intense speed, which again I can tell you from personal experience, she is fast and relentless.
Brutal.
I'm
And
sorry.
so it was this speed. Don't be sorry.
Oh, don't be sorry.
Never apologize for beating me at a video game.
Well, I will tell you that this is the only game that I typically play here. And so this is the one that I always practice whenever I'm here, because one of the kitchen guys actually, who wasn't here today,
Oh.
probably would have been a good match against you, because he's the one who taught me all of the speed and
Yeah,
just,
I was about to
what
say
to
it's
do
your
exactly.
speed versus his. He's got strategy. He's got a lot of. I mean,
Exactly.
it's a good matchup. It's a great clash of styles.
Yeah.
And styles make matchups, so it was entertaining to watch all the way through. You made it through a great losers bracket.
Yeah,
which-
that
Yeah,
was
you had a very good run.
that was a great game. Oh, mine is the High Priestess.
I saw that a lot. Strength was kind of the big popular metagaming choice, but you go straight into High Priestess. There's a lot of Empress play.
So
Is there anything about High Priestess that you prefer?
I don't know. Not necessarily. I think I just
you like the
I-
character.
Yeah, I just like the character.
You know
Plus,
what? It's a Neo Geo game. Liking the character is perfectly valid.
Exactly.
Perfectly valid reason
Right.
to pick a character.
I agree.
Whatever makes you comfortable, and obviously it worked out well tonight.
right. Thank you.
So my two favorites are probably Father Strength, who is a secret character, and Moon, who's also a secret character.
Ooh,
So,
secret characters.
Father Strength, you can pick him on the character select screen. He's better than regular Strength, and just sends a ton of garbage, and it's like impossible to deal with. And he's kind of funny looking. I don't know. And the other character is Moon. She's one of the secret bosses, like 4 stages in, if you go fast
Oh,
enough.
yes, that's right. That's right. I forgot about that.
And I just like the character. I don't know.
I'm just gonna say my favorite character is Strength because I really like the metagame choice. I like that from a strategic standpoint. I like the pressure that Strength puts on earlier in the game, and so I'm just gonna pick Strength because also I don't have a lot of experience with Magical Drop, so I'm just gonna pick the one that I saw that like Strength really impressed me tonight.
Yeah, so I have my own question. Do you guys know what each of the characters, do they have some sort of attribute that helps in the game, or is
Yes.
it just
So each character has their own garbage pattern,
okay?
which is what you get sent and what you sent.
Ah.
So part of the reason Strength is the main pick for everybody is it always sends those 3 columns, right, with those gaps in between.
Gotcha, yeah.
So the character that you were picking tends to send a lot of stuff on the left side of the screen.
Okay.
I think Empress gets the right side of the screen.
Yeah, there's I
World
can't remember
hits
which,
both
but there's
sides,
one
both
that's
edges.
like 2 and 6. So there's kind
Right.
of like those
Oh, okay.
fangs that come through.
Exactly.
Strength kind of gives you a lot of combo potential, but also puts a lot of pressure sending it down close to the bottom
Right.
of the screen. So if you don't
Got
do something
it.
quick, you're gonna hit the bottom of the screen.
Right. And Fool and Devil are literally the worst characters. They are terrible.
Why?
Because the garbage they send, they come in full rows and they come in swaths of the same color. So if you get like 3 rows from Fool,
Uh-huh.
it'll probably be like 3 rows of blue.
Oh, okay.
And so when I was playing against Chris, he asked me, what character are we going to play, right? I said, let's do a quota match. We'll play Fool. Because if both players really are familiar with the game, you'll generally just keep going because it's really hard to overflow with that matchup.
Gotcha. Interesting. See, I never knew that. So
Yeah.
Yeah.
Do my
So watch out
research.
next time because now you're even second place in this tournament. Now with even more knowledge
Right.
Exactly.
and
Now
more
you're even
time,
more
more time to
dangerous.
practice.
True. True.
And there are some folks that come out here every now and then that play Magical Drop very well. I'm a little surprised to not see them here tonight, but
Me as well. Yeah, I'm very surprised. Especially one of the other bartenders, Danny. I mean, granted, Akon is in town, but
Oh, that's
she
that might be a
is-
big factor.
Yeah.
Yeah, so I figured that was probably the reason why a lot of people weren't here.
There's a
Yeah.
lot of gaming going on at Akon this weekend
Well,
too.
Freeplay has a
Free Play
massive
has
setup
a
there
big
too.
presence. I've seen. I've
We
seen
do.
a lot of cabinet fighters. I think is there a Dance Revolution?
Yes,
I've
I
definitely seen some
remember
of the.
correctly from one of the videos on the YouTube channel. It looked like they were going to take Dance Dance Revolution, a couple other rhythm games.
I've seen some of the like the Versus City, the Versus cabinets.
Yes,
the
a lot of
sit-down
those.
ones.
And I think there was like a special elevator action cabinet with like actual elevator doors,
Oh,
and it's a
very
light
cool.
gun game.
I've seen that. I think I've played that before, and that would be a great one to play.
Right.
If I'm cruising around Akon when it's there. I'll be there at Akon Friday and Saturday night at midnight doing the Rocky Horror Picture Show
Oh, no kidding.
No
with
way.
Los Bastardos.
Wow.
Oh my gosh.
Yes, we'll be at the Alamo Drafthouse Cedars where all the off-site late night, the cosplay and the concerts are at Gillies, and then right across the parking lot, all the late night panels, late night shows. So Rocky will be there both nights at midnight.
Amazing.
So it's just every year we get to show up and we get great crowds and
That's
it'll
awesome.
be a lot of
bet.
fun. So
Oh
yeah,
my gosh.
once you get done playing Street Fighter, come on over, do Rocky Horror, then stay up till 5 in the morning and get a pizza from a stranger on the street and do
Yeah,
Akon things.
Do the Akon thing. It's what you're there to do.
exactly.
Yeah,
Right.
it's only 4 days, and then the rest of the year you have to like be an adult and wear pants and stuff. So
Right.
get it all out of your
Get your
system while
time.
you can. Do
Exactly.
it. Yeah. Down
And
to
hey, it's several months till Halloween anyway.
Yeah,
so
down
get it
there.
out now.
And you
although
got your costume already.
if you're
so.
doing it right, every day is Halloween. But yes,
That's true. That is
actual Muggle Halloween is until October. So we have a lot of Texas summer to get through before we get to
Oh, yeah.
October.
Oh yeah. All right. Well, thank you so much for watching. My name is Dylan Smith.
I'm Jason Bunch.
And I'm Kaylee Hessler.
Hey.
Thanks for watching. We hope you enjoyed it. We enjoyed playing this game. Tune
Absolutely.
in next time. I think on Tuesday we've got Fatal Fury 2. Is that correct? Real Bout 2.
Real
I'm
Bout
sorry.
2.
Fatal Fury 7, technically. Real Bout 2.
Real Bout 2,
That's gonna
Fatal
be-
Fury 7. That's a good
Yes.
score.
That's going to be back here in Richardson next week on Tuesday.
Mhm.
Come check it out.
I'll be here.
All right.
Bye.
Bye.
Oh, my goodness.